Welcome to Elite Encounters. I'd like to give a special welcome back to the Elite. Yes, that's you, our awesome subscribers and followers. We'd like you guys to take a look at our channel and take a look at the links there, as well as that fantastic subscribe button. Hit that and you too can become one of the Elite. We've got Patreon now going on, and we've also got some podcast stuff going on. You guys need to get caught up. Go check us out on podcasts. And of course, you can find us streaming on Twitch and YouTube live on Tuesdays for the Soul Severed campaign, Mondays for Bloodlords, and check out Barnabas Brushes on Wednesdays, of course. But today, it's Tuesday. So, that brings us to Soul Severed. Previously on Soul Severed, the party had made their way to the Stone Grove Temple, or toward it, and found a circle of trees around a circle of stone, and after some emotional, touching moments, and one that some people have been waiting on for quite some time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They finally opened up and lit up all these stones to open the center. The center opened up, and they found themselves immediately within a fight with this undead, corrupted druid. After the fight with the druid and apparently its wraith, that's where we're going to focus in. Still on the search for the Equilibrium Heartwood, another icon of Ascendance. You guys find yourself within the grove. I'd like you guys to focus back in on that memory. The grove itself is lit up with magical energies, and the fight, the beauty of it was lost in the fight, and as the undead-looking druid withers, and he almost turns into these rotting twist of vines that just kind of shift into dirt and dissipate into the ground. The greenery around you is gorgeous. The trees themselves, all different types of trees, but you realize they've split. Each one of the 8 trees has gone from a singular tree to open up the base of it to an archway, as if the tree had 2 trunks that came out of the ground. And it almost looks like a doorway, but you just see through to the rest of the forest. The forest that you know looped, at least before this. All the stones on the ground still light up. The 4 energy symbols, earth, air, fire, and water, written in wild song, still within the beams of that magical energy. However, the very center of that circle is open. The piece of it that the druid had floated around on, laying over to the side haphazardly about 20 feet away. Having some damage from your fight, this is where I want you guys to focus in. What did you do from here?
I pull my hand out of Sunshine's shirt.
Good idea.
You didn't have to stop. I mean, you know, you should still get a room or a cabin. I'm just saying.
If undead could blush, I suppose. I'd just kind of like turn around and like start looking in the area. I don't trust any of this shit anymore. Like,
you have before?
you know, this is right up your alley, right? You commune with all this nature stuff, so why aren't you like
Sure.
fixing this shit?
Well, why didn't you fix the rift?
I didn't cause the rift.
How do we know that?
I mean, I guess that's a...
All right, okay. I've had enough of you already.
So which god do you think he is then there, Avery?
Several, as you looked around, you did see that the center portion of that circle,
Yep.
it seems there's almost like a hole.
Sure.
underneath.
I'll go over to the hole and I'll pick up a rock.
There's stairs in there.
Stairs.
Yes, there are stairs. It's almost as if not carved by mortal hands, really. They're more like they seem grown from living stone and root.
Okay.
It twists and gently seems to spiral downward.
Hey, there's some stairs over here. I don't know that what we're looking for is probably readily available for us just to pick up off the ground.
Oh, really? Weird. Am I going down the stairs first or somebody else?
I'll go down first.
All right.
You know, I understand you have quite combat prowess, the Sunshine, but you should never go first. At least down the stairs.
I am the light source. That is the only reason.
I know, but, you know, never mind. I'll just let it go.
Others of us do have the ability to produce light, so.
Yeah,
I don't have to do anything.
she's just on.
Yeah, she is.
Being the source of healing, it would make more sense to be a little more protected.
I don't even have to try anymore.
Who is it that has the seed that the angel gave you guys? Who had that?
I believe Avery.
Avery.
Avery, where are you keeping it?
I'm gonna keep it in a pouch at my side.
Okay.
With her bacon.
All right.
No, it's in a separate pocket. You don't want to get grease all
Not a
over
greasy
that.
seed.
Oh, greasy seed.
Again, I don't even have to try.
It's like it writes itself.
100%.
All right, so who was it that went down the stairs first? Then?
Me.
Okay, so Several, you start heading down the spiraled, very natural-looking staircase, as if it was just grown and the rock itself formed without any wind or water.
Also, Chevy, how do you think I get things to go? I volunteer to go first, and then somebody else does.
You realize as you step on the first stair, it gently pulses with a faint greenish-white glow where your step was.
Irnaila, you have a reroll from
Evil.
evil,
Oh, great.
Evil's on it tonight. Good job.
just in case.
I don't know what's being insinuated there, but I'll take it.
I mean, it's never
Just in
hurts.
case.
Never hurts.
It's like when the game auto saves before the big boss.
Oh, I hate that shit. You're like, I'm about to get my face pushed in. All right, I love this.
Look, it's a bunch of loot.
Yeah.
Health potions. I'm gonna need those.
All right, so I have
Before we get
Several.
too
Yeah.
far down these stairs, does our compass say we should be heading down the stairs?
Well, I'd have to take a few minutes to meditate, so unless we want to wait before going down the stairs.
Hold her up. Give her a signal.
Well, I just noticed that previously we were using her to find things. I didn't know if we were going to do that or we're just going to run down the stairs.
I mean, the last time I was focusing on it, it was kind of heading, I think, south-ish. And since we're getting pretty close, it would probably make sense that we would have to go down here.
Perfect.
Because I really don't think they're going to leave Icon laying on the ground. That would just be a little suspicious.
It's almost like I said that 10 minutes ago
What? I don't recall.
as I'm heading down the stairs.
She had to take a medicinal break from you, so she
Exactly.
didn't remember what you said.
Some kind of a break, I'm sure.
It
Yeah.
just took me a
Who's,
while to get jogged over there.
Who's behind Several?
I'll follow up on him.
Can you kick him for me?
I would like the rest of the marching order.
I'll go next. I need to be able to heal. Should the people in front of me go down?
I'll follow Sunshine.
I'll be at the end.
I'll be right before Overwatch or Esteban.
Oh, who's that guy?
I don't know who that is.
Calling
Just
upon
because I want to be
deities?
as far from this headache as possible.
Before we get too far into this trouble, I am a little hurt from the last fight. Has anybody else taken a few hits?
Yes.
Why don't you guys stop and heal yourself?
All right, everybody back up the stairs.
You gotta do this in the light.
And
31 feet away.
30 feet away from.
You guys go back up into the grove, and you do notice that all 8 trees do have that arch, and the trees themselves are slightly shimmering as she begins to do her healing. How much are they healing there?
Hold on. I didn't roll it yet.
With everybody away from you, you can almost feel the thrum of magical energies here. Almost like it has its own pulse, and as if
23.
maybe the ground itself is giving you a bit of a heartbeat. And you noticed that, as I said, there's a white-green glow where you stepped. So as you stepped off of the next step, you saw your footprint on that one. It slowly fades, the glow does. So each step under your foot, it glows that glow.
As Chevy came down behind me and then turned around and went back up, is his footprints glow as well?
Yes.
Okay.
As people step on them, it does glow faintly. Every step seems to pulse, and it's almost as if, it's almost welcoming, as if the roots and the plants underneath you and the stone recognizes you as a traveler. So you guys heal from sunshine.
Did you get that 23?
I did.
Okay.
Yes,
just
thank you.
Thank you.
Did you proceed any further waiting on them? Okay. All right, so everybody gets back in their same order, or did anybody skip line?
Nope, we're gonna go back in.
line.
All right. So as you guys head deeper within, you go around once and you find moss and tiny blue flowers along the wall. The blooming along the wall as if thriving on the magic that seems to pulse down through the walls. Everyone seems to notice their steps leaving that little greenish white light as you trail down. As you come around the next bend, you see that it opens up into a very circular room. Stepping on in, you find that the air has changed. It's cooler, it's heavier, thick with the scent of fresh soil, plant life, maybe rain. It's pleasant. It doesn't seem like a damp, dank dungeon type atmosphere. There's a slight glow from some of the fungus on the walls, the entire thing having just this burst of flora all around the room. And as you all kind of gather at the base of the stairs, you find that there are 5 archways around. Each have their own faint glow coming from within. You can see into the chambers beyond. And Avery and Esteban, you see that along the top of the archways, each one has words in Wild Song. One says the Heart Room. The other says the Flame Bloom Hollow. The Stone Heart Gallery. The Well of the Still Flow. And the Whispering Vale.
That sounds familiar.
There's just like tunnels that go these different directions?
There's an archway into each one leads into a room. As you look into the rooms, I can tell you what you saw, but I would need to know which way you looked first.
How many rooms are there?
There are 5.
I'm gonna look in the fire one.
You don't say.
You look through the doorway, and you can see, it almost seems like there's just this long hall beyond. And you can see that there are flames dancing along the walls. It almost seems that there might even be trees in there, and they seem to be alight with fire as well. You see black stone on the ground. You can see in the distance, it looks like something hanging from the ceiling, which is also lit up. It's the most bright of all the rooms.
I'll step over to the doorway for the fifth element, or the love doorway.
The heart room.
Yeah, the heart room. Yeah, that one.
What you see in there is, it looks like a perfectly circular domed room. The only break in it is the archway that you're looking through. There seems to be pillars of vine-choked trees that go up to the dome ceiling. And in the very center, you can see almost looks like a great altar stands in the center. It's shaped, looks like a blooming flower, almost.
What
You guys
room
are
looks
peeking in?
What room looks creepy? Because I'm sure that's mine.
What room looks creepy? None of them really look creepy. You look over
There's
toward
6 of us.
over toward the Stoneheart Gallery, and it resembles a vast underground garden with mossy terraces and stone dais in the far end. Looks like a large stone statue sits at the far end.
Statue of what? Can I see it?
Your perception DC is what?
27.
Yes. It looks like a large stone dwarf sits. Doesn't stand even. It sits on. Looks like maybe a rock.
Okay.
Looks very woodsy. Seems to have, some flowers and such carved into the stone around in the beard and such.
Gotcha.
You guys also can see there's another one that has kind of a thin mist floating through the top of the chamber. Looks like feathers and leaves whistling around within. And then the other one has this beautiful pool of water that stretches out of sight.
I'll walk into that one.
I knew you'd go into that one.
You walk into that one.
Oh, you gotta just walk in.
She just walks right in.
It's fine.
You see
Okay.
this pool reflecting the glowing stone above, as if perfectly capturing the night sky above. There's stars in the pool. You look above and you can see that the ceiling itself has been carved and grown to resemble the night sky. Some of the plant life itself is glowing. It's very serene.
I don't want to leave.
You see some water cascading in slow arcs down the walls here and there, almost defying gravity as it weaves back and forth along the walls. It looks gorgeous. It's tranquil. And as the water does reach the rest of the pond from the walls, the ripples only go so far before everything becomes very tranquil and beautiful again. It feels great in here. It's not doesn't feel like a trick. It feels like a temple to Amma.
Very natural.
Very natural. As you look, you can almost tell that this had to have been made by nature, not by hands.
I think I'm going to walk into the one that's got the mist hanging on the ceiling.
Okay. You walk into that one and you see that the mist floats throughout the top of the chamber. There's archways from the branches of trees that are all throughout this chamber. It's rather large, long hall. Leaves and feathers float on these breezes. You feel that cool breeze hit your skin. Feels rather refreshing. It's clean, beautiful air. You don't know where it's coming from. There's an ambient light that seems to come from the treetops and from the floor itself. It's just a soft, gentle glow. And the floor itself seems to be covered in almost as if when you see wind hit sand and it curves or spirals, those types of patterns litter the entire floor.
How far is this chasm, or like, is there something on the other side?
How far in did you walk?
I don't know. 20 feet?
You walk in about 20 feet and you kind of squint a little bit, and you're pretty sure you can see an ending to this room. It's quite a ways. It's probably 200-300 feet. Go ahead and give me a perception.
I rolled an 18 and my perception's a 17, so that's a lot.
It's 35. Nice. So as you're looking, and you can definitely see it's as I had told Avery, it's very calming. It's very nice to be here.
Sure.
And it's very natural, kind of how a lot of the before everything, how the Crimson Grove would incorporate the trees into their buildings and
Yep.
such. You can actually see what looks like it might have been over to one side, might have been someone's home within the treetops, or over to the other side, you see where you might have had some kind of small living area, but you're not quite sure if it's in use anymore.
Gotcha.
Also, with your sight, you can see amongst that small living area where it seems that there would be a place for eating, and very natural long stone. There's a bottle sitting on that stone. Small. It's about 40 feet to your left and a little ways in.
Is the bottle like unnaturally small, like maybe for a small creature, or is it just
No.
like a short bottle?
Just a short bottle. Reminds you of a potion bottle.
Okay. I'll. Hey, there's like some, I don't know, looks like there could be a house or something in here. Maybe a place where people ate. There's a table over here with a potion bottle on it. Looks like the exit's about 300 feet back, at least in this room.
This was the air room, correct? Okay.
Are you saying you and Sunshine need to take a break?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I hope not.
I'm just relaying what I see.
I hope not, because this gives very wood elf type area. And yes, you might be a wood elf, but I don't know. I feel like I could see myself living here.
The last place you lived burned to the ground.
Shut up. Nobody's asking you.
Shut your mouth. I'm not going to touch the bottle, but there is something there on the table. I don't know what kind of.
Should we all go
I'm
together?
I'm going in, yeah.
Avery.
And
Yeah, I'll
thank you,
go and
Jinx.
see what
Chad,
he's
if you
hollering
can
about.
see, he has been putting up these rooms so that you guys can see what we're describing.
So we're all gonna enter the airy room.
Okay, so you guys go heading toward the Whispering Vale. And as I said, there's just this soft ambient light. This nice cool breeze touches your skin as you enter.
So there's the bottle on the table. I'll walk over. Now that everyone's here, I'll walk over towards it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna walk over there.
Uh,
At least I am.
detect magic? On the focusing on the bottle?
His head explodes.
Okay.
Boom.
You can
Goodbye,
definitely
Esteban.
see magic
Right.
around the area. It does seem a little stronger around the bottle as you guys get closer.
There's I mean, everything here is lit up like a fir tree in the winter. But the bottle is emanating a stronger aura. Do I get a sense of what type of magic?
Not quite, no. It's hard to really just focus in on it with detecting magic.
Can I
You
give
could
you
maybe
a,
take a look at it and figure it out with an arcana or a nature.
Can I give you a crafting alchemical roll?
You can.
Can I aid?
You can.
I have a natural 20.
I don't think she needs your aid.
I'm going to aid anyway.
Okay.
Fuck you! Take my aid.
I aiding, so it's even better.
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 What you're damn sure you're looking at a potion of flying. Greater.
Oh, I have one.
It's
Compare
a
it.
yeah, it's a greater potion of flying.
It's a
You
potion
can
of
see
flying.
the little bubbles inside and of this effervescent
I
potion.
actually have a potion of flying, so I can compare
Do you have a regular one or a greater?
lesser, I
Okay,
believe.
this one is a greater.
So
But it has the same quality.
it's a Red Bull, but like the big one.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
gives
it's kind
you
of a
wings.
larger one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 20.
It's
The Venti.
yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a potion of flying.
Yeah. So
Means it lasts longer.
the exit's that way.
I mean,
I
we
don't-
could just nap here.
Sure, I'm assuming we could just nap here.
Well, I'm gonna go look at the rest of the area.
I would also like to search the area as well.
All right. So you guys go looking around. You do find, again, you find a treetop home. If is anyone going to go see if it's open or
I will.
take a look in it? It is open. There's a rope ladder that seems to be made of growing vines. Is how they seem to have gotten up. It seems long out of use. Things have grown over inside. You find another bottle up there. Not sure what that one might be, but you find another bottle sitting just on a counter. Looks like someone used to live here, and you don't have religion, do you?
No.
Okay.
I'll pick the bottle up though.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey, there's more stuff up here. There's a bottle. I'm gonna slide back down that climbing vine.
Oh, well, I mean, I can always come up.
Well, if you want to come up, that's fine.
It sounded like something broke.
It's fine. It's just her arm.
Is your arm made of glass over there?
Yeah, she's trying to climb.
My tablet fell on my keys.
Yeah, but it was just like it sounded like glass breaking. I was predicting. Remember to do that when we need to break glass.
So you coming up?
Yeah.
All right.
There's stuff up here.
Here's your potion bottle.
Taking a look at that, trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, 29.
Okay. You're pretty sure that's an infiltrator's elixir.
Okay. Infiltrator's elixir. Probably something we should give to Avery.
And I mean, just kind of looking around here, now you've kind of looked at that potion, give me a religion, Sunshine.
Catholicism.
Cathol.
Well, you're confusing me.
Who's confusing you?
You. I have a 22.
Okay.
7.
Just kind of looking at the way that this is laid out and knowing you guys were heading to the Stone Grove Temple, you could almost see this being an acolyte or a cleric's lodging.
Okay.
And as you're looking around, you both spy a small vial
Another one.
that has kind of dropped down and is sitting in the cracks between some of the wood that has grown.
Here you go. I don't know what this is either.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here for you.
And the rest of you, while they were up there, you looking around the rest of the area, you find this is just this beautiful grove of trees with all the wind going through it. And there's some places where the gusts are rather strong, but not strong enough to hurt. It's all very pleasant. It's very calm, very serene down here. The light seems to just kind of emanate from above and below. There's beautiful flora, there's beautiful flowers. And he was saying further on that there's an exit, and you find that you find the wall back there. And while they're looking around, you kind of looking through, you're not seeing any exit. It seems the only entrance and exit seems to be the front of where you guys entered.
Hey, Several, I don't think there's an exit here.
I'll look out from the height advantage that I have in the direction of where I saw the exit.
Yeah, it seems a long domed hall. And you can't really see past some of the trees, but from up there, you're not seeing any kind of exit. I mean, maybe a few exits that small critters could go in and out of here and there, tunneling through the forest floor, that kind of thing.
The voice in my head lied to me. So yeah, I don't know. I just figured if we're going to go through, the exit's going to be that way. But if there's no exit, there's no exit. I guess we'll head back out and stop rifling through people's stuff.
I believe these people are long gone. But, yeah. I'm going to continue to rifle through these people's stuff.
I'm gonna keep note of where this is at, so I have a backup place to live.
It's at the ground, so it's hard to burn.
Exactly. No one can find me either.
Yeah, it's a whole different dimension.
It's very calming.
I head out of the room back to the central area.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, whatever the next room is, I just start.
Okay. Start heading into the next room.
I'm just like, what is this? What's in here?
What's
Raid
in here?
every room.
Yeah.
Yep, we're going through every room, looking for
A way out.
clues, random.
All right.
Valuable items.
I mean, we are looking for an artifact, and these are acolyte chambers, so
Okay, so I stand in the main room and I say I just pick Avery up and I'm like, all right, which way do we go?
Oh my gosh. I need to meditate.
I can hold you
first.
for 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's how meditating works.
Pardon me.
I'll set her down on the floor.
Okay.
hey, look, a stump, perfect for meditating. So must have druids have sat here.
I mean, there are definitely a few little things in here that you could see would be comfortable to sit on or meditate on in this circular chamber at the bottom of the stairs. The stairs themselves look comfy. You've got, the roots that come out and then tilt back and then go up, almost as if they're a lounge chair, even. There's plenty of spaces in this circular chamber that seem quite comfy.
Alright, well, I will sit in the lounge-looking chair and look at you. Alright, I need you to pick a room and go look at it for 10 minutes, because if you're in the room, I cannot meditate.
Not a problem.
I can't trust you.
And I just
with
look
my
at the
eyes
direction of
closed.
the other room that I was going to go in.
Okay. Which would be which one?
Whatever the next one was.
The one to the right.
The one to the right. Okay, well, that's the one that Avery was in before with all the water.
Sure.
So you walk in there.
Nope. She said pick a room and look at it. So I've picked a
Okay,
room and I
so you
looked at
pick
it.
a room.
I'm walking into that room.
You walk into that room. Again, you see, this underground pool just glowing with, as if looking at a night sky, beautiful. The only thing missing is the moons. You see all the stars, and there's stones that break the surface here and there, but it is a very serene and beautiful scene before you. You see little waterfalls coming from the sides of the room. It's definitely not as big as the room with the wind blowing through it, but it's a little warmer in here. Give me a perception.
20.
Okay, with a 20, you're looking out and kind of just taking a look at the whole thing. There are little walkways and stepping stones that can take you across this water to either side. They're not in any specific order. They don't make any pattern. But it definitely looks as if there might be more on the other side. Maybe you can go behind one of those trickles of water, or maybe there's another home or Acolyte's Cove or something back there if you would like to check it out.
I'll take the stepping stones back.
Okay. I will take an acrobatics so that you can hop from mossy and slippery stone.
Well, that's a natural 20 plus 18. So.
All right. All these natural 20s coming out. Look at them.
No, that's bad news.
So you just go kind of right across easily. Your boots making little clacking noises on these stones as you go across. Barely making the water ripple, even with your weight on the stones. You go to the other side and you find that there is this small trickle of water, even though there's quite a bit of it. It's wide. And looking, there is a slight alcove behind it that you can go into.
Hey, Several, you still out there?
Yeah.
I found an alcove back here behind a trickle of water.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
I'll go
Not quite as graceful as him, but I rolled a 17. I have a 16 on acrobatics, so
All right.
still pretty springy.
31.
Yep, anyone looking from outside the room, it looks like they just skipped across the water. You can't quite see the stepping stones from outside of the room, so it looks like they're just walking across water.
You said you wanted to be like a god, so
Check.
walking across water.
That's right.
So is there any more in the where Avery's meditating that can be checked out?
It seems to just be kind of an antechamber, meditation chamber, entranceway,
Okay.
kind of a mixture of all. Doesn't seem to be anything in here other than the words above each archway.
No, the room that we were in with the acolytes.
Oh, in the wind chamber. No.
Yeah.
Nothing else there.
Okay.
Okay.
We're checking out the
alcove
the
here.
alcove.
Walking in there, you find that it's a damp kind of cave, and you see what definitely would have been a mossy bed, and you see just what you would expect to see in a very natural home in this type of environment. You see a mossy bed, a small table stone over here, probably a seating stone beside it. You see this almost looks like a grown basket of fungus. The fungus weaves itself together, but within you see old cloth. Looks folded nicely, but definitely old enough that you're pretty sure if you disturb it, it will probably go to dust.
Is there water dripping?
Yes, it's a very moist cave, and you've got the water in front of it.
I just put my
Almost
hand
as the
put my hand
doorway.
under the water that's dripping,
Hmm.
and let it kind of pool in my hand. Does it look like crystal clear kind of water?
Looks pretty clear.
I'm gonna use detect magic.
The entire area kind of has that faint glow. Same as kind of what I was describing to Chevy when he was looking at the circle, the stone circle itself. The whole area just kind of has that resonance.
Cool.
The fungus basket does have a little bit more of a glow, but that's about it.
basket glows a little brighter than everything else in this room, but everything kind of glows down here.
You can't really tell if it's the basket or maybe something in it.
Sure.
You're not quite sure.
I'll go check it out.
Okay.
Carefully peel back the clothing.
Even as
fabric.
carefully as you try, it's so old that it just kind of crumples away.
Every so old.
Yeah.
It is definitely old. However, underneath you do find a small vial. It looks like some kind of oil within it. And you find another potion bottle.
Okay. Would I be able to tell what any of these are?
You can always try.
What do you need? Arcana or religion?
I will take it. I will take either one.
All right.
Would you like some assistance?
That's a 26 for religion.
Hey.
You can assist if you'd like.
Can I aid?
You can aid.
I did not fail, but I did not do very good. Which skill are you rolling on? Religion?
Religion, yeah.
I got a 16.
Okay, I'll allow that, considering you have crafting and such as well. You
I have a master at
guys are
crafting.
pretty sure that that's a greater antidote, the larger bottle, the potion itself.
Okay. I'll check the other one, the potion as well.
The oil.
The oil, yeah. Well, that's a little worse. That's 21 for religion.
Okay.
Would you rather be craft or would that work?
A 21. No, 21. That's pretty easy. It's an oil of mending.
It's always weird how oils do that. Oh look, we have a tear in our pants. Put some oil on it. It's fixed.
Yeah, you see these just little translucent threads all the way through this thick viscous substance.
It just blows my mind. It's magic, but it's still alchemy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me humbled.
This seems to be all you find in this area.
I will
There,
head back
you
out.
go back out and you look over and you do find another small little alcove over there. Looks like another small little living area. Inside, you guys do find one more potion. I believe you guys might have seen this one before. Esteban, roll a d20 for me. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen these.
I rolled an 18.
18. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. As soon as Chevy has picked it up, you can tell him that that's a potion of water breathing.
What she said. It's a potion of water breathing. Standard? Lesser?
Moderate.
Moderate,
Yeah.
The middle one.
Here, Nayla, what were you doing while the boys are looking at the water area and Sunshine? You had been in the air area and finished up with that. All the guys had went into the watery pool area.
Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed by all of the options. So we've seen 3 or 4.
You've seen 2 rooms. They've gone into the room with the mist in the air and the water room. There are 3 other rooms. There's one that seems to have all kinds of fire within.
No, thank you.
And then there's one that looks like a beautiful terraced garden.
I'll go in that one.
Okay.
She's like, yes, please.
Yes. No
I'll
fire.
go with her.
Okay. So you guys go heading into that one. And you find at the far end, you do see this large statue. Seems to be made to look like it's sitting on a rock of a dwarf. You can see that he sits, and as you get closer, you can find that he's got his hand down, touching a fawn. Small baby deer. and he seems to be holding bird seed in another hand, and there's a little bird on the stone beside him. But there's just, it's a very well done carving. It looks very lifelike, almost as if someone could have been petrified into the state, but it definitely doesn't look like a petrification. And it's a little larger than a dwarf should be. It's quite large.
Like a dwarf St. Francis.
He seems to just be very, very nature-esque.
I was going to ask if there was a wishing well and a lady with an old apple.
He sits at the end of the garden, but you can see these mossy terraces rising up like stone steps toward where he sits. Crystalline roots hang from the ceiling. They glimmer with these earthy glows, almost like gemstones. You know, you have the different kinds of gemstones, and they kind of glow with the colors that would match, you know, sapphires and rubies and such. They're rather beautiful. And the terraces of the garden itself house so many different flora and different types of plant life. But it's definitely overgrown. It hasn't been tended to or shaped. Some of them are flowing down into others. You even see a watermelon plant with a large bulbous melon hanging down from one terrace into the next, as if the vine had gone almost down and then the weight of the melon itself has pulled it down to the next step.
No offense, but if it looks good, I'm taking it.
Okay.
And any other...
It looks pretty good. You go over and kind of give it a little flick. It sounds great. Sounds ripe. You can find all kinds of food in here. All kinds of fresh vegetables.
And alchemical stuff.
And alchemical reagents and such.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy.
Does it look like there's living quarters in this area too?
Give me a perception.
Look, a watermelon in the bag. Oh, look, carrots in the bag.
29.
29. You make your way up toward this statue, and the closer you get, the much larger you realize it is than a dwarf should be. It's actually more the size of a giant than a dwarf. So as you get over there, it's almost as if you were to take a human and then you compare it to a giant. This is, you know, if you were to make a dwarf-sized giant, that's what you've got there. He's like 11, 12 feet tall. And you make your way kind of around him, checking him out. He's, like I said, it's a very detailed statue. It's very nice looking. He's got a very pleasant face. But as you go around the stone that he's sitting on, there's a small archway on the back of it and some stairs that lead down. They don't go far before you can see a stone-worked floor.
I'll go down the stairs.
Okay. You go down the stairs, you find that you look up, and this is definitely not sized for someone their size. This is more your size. The ceilings are not much further above your head than what you would expect for someone who's small in stature. And you see these stone slabs, what might have been the remains of pillows and blankets and such on them, and long decayed and gone, but more of a dust and maybe a few threads here and there. It's somewhat sad, but it doesn't seem ominous. And it's not an ominous decay, it's just an old thing. You do see a very old dresser, though. Looks like it's made of some kind of stone, and it's sitting over near the slab where somebody would have laid for bed. It's got 3 drawers.
Well, I suppose I'll start at the top.
Okay. You open the top drawer and you find a few coins.
Happy to have those.
You find 3 gold coins, and you find 2 platinum and 1 piece of silver. You pull the second drawer, and as you pull that second drawer, you hear something kind of roll within it. Clink, clink. And you find this small crystal.
Does it look familiar to me? I can't imagine it would. I don't know that I know anything about crystals.
Do you have Arcana?
No, not really.
You can roll it, and I can tell you if you've ever
Sure.
seen anything like it.
Why not? No, probably not with a 12.
No, you're not sure. I mean, it looks like it could be something. I mean, maybe it's useful. If nothing else, it's pretty. It could probably be sold.
Sure.
But yeah, you're not sure about it. So you open the third drawer?
I do.
You open the third drawer, and it has quite a bit of dirt.
Great.
But nestled in the dirt, you find you find 2 potion bottles.
Guarantee I would have no idea what those are. So I will, if there's nothing else, I will go find Sunshine
Okay.
and ask her.
I'm in the terrace. Ooh, carrots. Ooh, onions.
She is out there
potatoes.
just gathering up things out of that garden, having a good old time.
Sunshine, I found a crystal and some bottles. Would you be able to tell me if there are anything? Please?
The bottles, probably. Let me see the. Let's see.
I hand all of the things, other than the money, over to Sunshine.
Okay.
What do you want for the crystal?
Arcana.
$10.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
The best I can do is 7.
28.
Okay, with the 28, that's a. Where'd it go? Hang on. That's a potency crystal.
Uh huh.
So that's something you would affix to a weapon, and it would be consumed after use.
Oh. If you attach this to one of your guns, it will give you a bigger boom.
Perfect. Love that.
But
For me.
only once.
Okay, fine.
Like only one shot, or
Yeah. I think. What it sounds like. 25 on the potion, one of them. And even higher on the other one.
Okay. There we go.
Really? You lost your place.
I did. There's my paper. You find a soothing tonic is one of them, and the other one is a healing potion.
Moderate or lesser?
That's what I was giving you here. That is a greater.
Oh, okay. It's a greater healing potion,
Perfect. Put that in my pocket.
and I don't know what the other. I can't remember what she said.
The soothing tonic.
Yeah.
Soothing tonic.
I think it's just the. Where's my other page? Okay, the soothing tonic is a moderate.
I don't know what that does.
Grants fast healing 3.
Okay. I mean, you can keep all those if you want.
I think I will.
Sounds good.
I'm a little intrigued that somebody would leave and leave these things behind.
I'm surprised that these vegetables and fruits are still salvageable if nobody's been here.
I mean, the blankets downstairs were dust.
I know, but this
So-
watermelon is perfect.
That watermelon looks as big as me.
I believe she said perfect.
That sounds sus.
There's a lot of food here. And feeding 6 of
Yeah. Agreed.
nine,
as
nine
you,
of us.
As you boys decided that you found whatever you might find within the chamber with the pool of water,
Chamber of Secrets.
you guys making your way back to the central chamber, and as Avery's doing her meditating, finishing up, you can hear Sunshine. I take it you went back to picking vegetables.
I
and
did.
fruits.
I sure
You
did.
can hear just these exclamations of "Ooh, oh, that'll be delicious," you know, that kind of thing is coming from Sunshine out there in the Stoneheart Gallery. Avery, what did you get on your nature roll?
27.
27. You feel it's off. It's definitely not here on this plane. You felt that before.
Oh, gosh.
And instead of an actual direction, you just get more of a feeling that you're on the right path.
Okay, then. So definitely not in this, like, area right here, or this plane, but if we just find our way out of it.
You guys were in a small kind of pocket dimension or looping area before, so perhaps.
Interesting.
As she rolls her eyes at me.
I just hope we don't end up in another one. That's what I'm worried about.
I mean, how many pockets do the divisions have?
As many as
Who
we
knows?
like or dislike.
How many more rooms are left?
There are 2. You have the room that has the soft orange glow of fire, and then you have the other room that has kind of a greenish white glow and a central looking altar.
Dimensional cargo pants.
What is not the fire room?
Not the fire room.
For 300?
Okay.
And at this point, I'm starting to get impatient, so I'm walking quickly.
Okay. Everybody just leaving Sunshine to continue to pick stuff.
I watch him walk by. and
Irnayla,
just-
did you leave Sunshine to pick?
Yeah, I'm
Vegetables
not
and
any
such?
good at picking
Okay.
vegetables.
Are you going to help, or are you just going to sit there?
Oh, I helped. It's
I
not on this
don't think
plane.
you did. I think your sniffers broke.
No, my sniffer says it's not here on this plane, but we're on the right path, so hurry up and figure it out.
Oh, okay. I go over and I sit down by Avery.
Avery, come help me.
Okay, I'm gonna get away from this and go with Sunshine.
I'll go check out one of the rooms we haven't explored yet.
Okay, which one would you like to go to? The one with the altar or the fiery room?
I'll avoid the fire.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
Go to the room with the altar.
Azara is offended right now.
I'll go into the
No
fire room
offense.
after I'm done picking.
I'll go to the fire room.
I'm going with
I don't
Chevy.
have any resistance there, so.
Okay.
I don't either.
I will
think.
take Azara into
I
the
do.
fire room.
Okay. She kind of watches Avery go over with Sunshine, and then she'll come trotting over with you. She'll go stepping in gingerly, almost as if she's trying to check it for you first, and just kind of steps right in.
I'll follow her.
Okay. It is warm in here.
Sure.
Comfortable warm. Not a, I just stepped into an inferno.
I would be.
You definitely,
That would be uncomfortable.
Right.
it's definitely beautiful. You were not with them when they went to the elemental plane, but you can tell that there's kind of an otherworldly feel in this room. There's this long arched hallway, flames kind of dancing along the walls, black stone on the floor. There's fire-touched wood, glowing ember-like vines hang from the ceiling, almost as if they pulse, as if they were the last dying embers of a fire. And you can see the flowers that bloom along the vines and along the wall and in the trees that seem to kind of almost be fire touched as well. You see these flowers that almost look like living flame. They gently sway, giving the illusion of little flames in the trees. It's definitely more of a hum than a pulse in here. But it's definitely not a hostile energy of fire. You can see this altar almost down toward the far end. It has a very large flame in it. Zara just kind of keeps pace with you.
I was going to let her lead. So just tell her that. I'll follow you.
Kind of looks around like, oh, she kind of sniffs and take a few tentative steps, maybe check out a tree, sniffing a few things, and kind of move on and move deeper. While you guys are heading toward that flame altar, where did you go, Esteban?
I went with him to
You
the
went-
fire room.
You went to the fire room?
I was curious as
Okay.
if the fire room matched the decor of the room of the lovely fire elemental that I spent some time with.
There's definitely some things similar. Definitely something similar. Especially from the fire expanse. You recognize some of the plant life and such from when you were there?
And, you know, the altar, is it bed-shaped?
No, the altar is not bed-shaped.
You need to take a minute to yourself, sir.
No, this is our internal thoughts. You're not in my head. You wouldn't survive.
As you guys do get closer to
that.
that altar, though, you do see these smaller, kind of off to the side. Again, there's plenty of trees in here, as if, you know, it's its own little burning forest. And you see kind of between the trees, closer to the altar, about 20 feet to either side, you see these three kind of dark stone huts. So there was definitely somebody living here as well. While they were doing that, you guys went into the heart room. It's a perfectly circular and domed room. Seems to be as if there's pillars of trees, massive trees, that are just vine choked and growing seamlessly from the floor to the ceiling. And at the center, you see this great altar, and as you get closer, it seems to be made of wood, almost as if it grew out of the ground. And it does resemble the blooming flower. You guys get closer to that. It's got a hollow basin cradled in a bed of golden ivory in the center of it. The floor itself is carved with some kind of ancient sigil. I'll take a religion from either of you.
21.
You won't get it from me.
21. That is, you are fairly certain that that is a sigil to Amma, goddess of nature. The sigil on the ground very much so incorporates a lot of her symbol and such. You can see that the symbol also, the roots of the tree that come off of her symbol entwine with the elemental symbols. You're not quite sure if you remember which one's which, but the symbols and words for each of the elements that you guys saw upstairs in each of the stones. There's kind of a faint pulse to that sigil on the ground. And with both of your perception DCs, you can see at the base of that altar, there's a faint depression. Kind of glows with a soft white light. Give me just a d20 roll, both of you. Avery, what were you were heading to help Sunshine?
Yeah, I was walking with her.
Okay. You guys are filling the bags with all kinds of vegetables.
Oh, yeah, I'm sitting there picking them, eating one, picking one, eating one.
Not bacon.
Yeah, it's not as good as bacon, but food, you know.
1 for them, 3 for me. 1 for them.
Okay, I wasn't doing that much. Just, you know, if I see a grape, I'm gonna.
What'd you guys get on your d20?
2.
19.
There we go.
19.
About balance.
Several.
It's all about balance, right?
That shape looks familiar. Looks like something you've seen before. And then comes to you that shape, that little depression, that seed that the angel gave you might fit perfectly in that spot.
I just turn around from where I'm at, and I'm, Avery!
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm still eating.
Grape.
You three in the fire room, I take it you're checking out these little huts?
Yes.
Okay. Once again, it seems like this could have been clerics, acolytes, somebody that lived within the temple. And it's been so long, so far gone. And kind of looking through, you do find some more bottles, little bottles. Looks like almost as if maybe when they left or whoever cleared out the room just maybe missed these things, you know? So you find 3 more bottles.
Gravy.
Who leaves so much stuff behind?
People leaving in a hurry.
Well, that's would be my concern if we're down here and they left in a hurry.
Right.
Personally,
Okay.
I feel dismissed.
I don't have anything quippy to say. It's not you. It's me.
I can't hear it over the sound of the guitar.
What? I'm distracted.
So am I.
He just sounds pissy when he doesn't have quips.
Quips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You have found my weakness.
Resting bard face.
RDF.
Are you able to identify things?
Yes.
Would you be willing to identify things?
And for you, yes.
I appreciate that.
As you should. I would hope.
It's going downhill.
Not anymore, she
No,
says.
look, what do you want me to look at?
There's these 3 bottles.
Okay. Which one first?
This one.
Okay. Excuse me. So I have to clear my throat. I got some ash in it. All right. Arcana will do?
Yeah, Arcana will do.
All right, fine. Not 20.
That is a greater elixir of life.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Greater elixir of life. Life.
Lice?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Life. Wrong. Sorry, it was a
That's
typo.
called cursed item. Check.
Huh.
Write that one down. We
What's
might have
that
to use
do?
it.
Well, it sucks.
It's kind of like Avery bottling her scurvy.
Yeah.
In other news,
Okay.
Right, I'll hand him file number 2.
Okay.
This looks like 27 Arcana.
greater elixir of lice.
27. And sorry, doesn't want to go to it. All right, here we go. That one is. You got what was your total?
27.
27. You're not quite sure on that one.
Oh.
It looks nice. It looks neat. It's kind of has a swirling orange and yellow color to it.
It's pretty.
I mean, I'm
Kind of
pretty
matches Sunshine's hair.
it's bottled sunshine. No.
It doesn't have a glow though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I should know what it is. But,
That's okay.
But,
You feel like you should. The next thing she holds up, I believe both of you should automatically know that one. don't you have some alchemist?
I have all the alchemist.
Okay, so and then you also have crafting and such. Both of you recognize the last one as you take a look. That is alchemist fire. That's a moderate alchemist fire. That one's easy to figure out as you kind of hold it up and you kind of swirl the liquids a little bit and you stop swirling. Go, oh yeah, no, we don't want to agitate this too much.
No. It gets excited.
That is a moderate alchemist fire.
Awesome. Thank you.
May I have the one that I couldn't identify? I want to study it a bit more.
Absolutely. So,
What the hell are you?
I'm a goblin.
No, I know you. Yes. Well met. Can I do a bardic on it?
Oh, traveler.
You may always try.
I want to try. I haven't done this in a minute.
Obviously.
Clearly.
I'm pretty sure it's toothpaste.
Might be.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Yep, might be toothpaste.
it's 100%
That's
toothpaste.
some very fiery toothpaste. That's definitely toothpaste for somebody like Sunshine, obviously.
Yeah, or lube or something. I don't know.
I was taking a drink, Esteban.
He doesn't care.
Look, do you think I care about what you do? No, it's all about me. This is the Esteban show.
He barely cares about what he does.
Yeah, and all I care about is the stories. I have stories.
And the laughs.
I'm here for your entertainment.
All right. So it's about that point that you guys had
What the hell
heard
is-
right as you were looking at the second vial. You had heard, several yell for Avery, and you kind of barely hear her yelling back. But then, so what did you guys do after you yelled for Avery? Just kind of waiting there.
Yep.
We need Avery for.
She has the seed that's going to go in that opening right there. Right here, I'll show you.
Okay. You just
Point it out to
think
him.
that the seed goes in this random hole here?
Well, I think the seed will fit in that depression, and
Seed for the seed hole.
yes, and I'm assuming that these other glyphs on
Taking a drink.
do these glyphs on the
stop that
floor
habit.
like?
Still don't care.
Hi, I'm trying to progress the story.
You know what?
Do the glyphs on the floor lead toward this platform, this altar?
No, it's more along the lines of this is almost like the sigil itself is before the altar. There's not really parts of the sigil actually, yes, do touch the altar. The tops of it having, the sigil of Alma has, trees and the different grain and wheat.
Yep.
It has the sky and everything, and just nature in and of itself, and these elements off to the side of it. But yeah, so the sky of this sigil actually does touch the altar, but it doesn't really. If it looks like it might touch even the depression where you're seeing where the seed would go, but if you poured water right there in that little depression, it might even flow down into the little sigil of it.
How big is this sigil?
I would say, one thing. It's probably a little over 5 feet
Oh, okay. So good size.
diameter.
Good
Yeah,
size.
it's pretty big. Just like the altar itself is rather large as well.
Is it etched into the floor? Is it raised out of the floor?
It's more etched into the floor.
So it holds liquid. It can hold liquid.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and you can see the. You can also see as well the. If you have the stream open, you can see that the room itself has been shown there for everybody to see.
Well, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, and right at the base there, the basin in itself does have a glow to it, but it's down at the very bottom where the roots grow out of the ground. That there's that little depression that matches the seed.
Sure. I just wait for everyone else to get there.
Okay.
I'll turn back toward the door and go,
Avery!
Now there's two of them calling. We should probably go.
I guess. but not because several is
Well, there's
calling.
only so much natural and fresh produce you can carry before it might start going bad.
Hey,
That's
you
why
hear
we
that?
gotta eat it.
I have multiple people that I have to feed.
Which you guys notice the babies did not come down the steps. They are still upstairs.
Oh.
So as you're thinking about feeding things.
Okay, so as everyone gathers in, yes?
Yes, we're here.
Great, love this.
You guys come out of the fiery room area.
Yes,
That room is hot.
it was.
Hey, the seed the angel gave you. Looks like it fits right there, if I remember correctly.
You guys all head toward the heart room.
Yeah, we were already there.
Okay.
Thank you for coming,
Avery, as you get closer to that heart room, as you go walking toward it, you feel a warmth from your pouch on your side.
She's peed on herself. It's fine.
Okay, shut up.
Look, we've been over this number of
I
self-market.
feel like I'm getting there if you guys keep making me laugh like that. Okay.
We have a new goal, everyone.
No.
If we make the seer pee on herself, everyone in the room has to sub. All right, here we go.
Party gets the level.
Or 2.
2 would be good.
I like.
All right.
I like
I like
levels.
that one.
So the seed looks like it fits in this depression here.
All right, we'll find out.
Put it in the hole.
Okay, I will pull the seed out and I will gently put it into the hole.
She will
Okay.
gently insert it.
No, the seed's like the size of a peach pit. So it's a decent sized seed. And you
Shut up.
gently place it in this kind of lightly glowing hole. And the seed instantly melts into almost
your
a
fault.
pure light. And the light flows down and into the sigil, filling the entirety of it. You see the sigil on the floor begin to glow as this liquid light fills it. Suddenly, this energy from that surges upward.
Hey, that's 1 for me.
And as that energy surges upward and it illuminates
Illuminate.
the archway to the heart room and beyond, you can see a few of the other doors from your different angles, and those archways illuminate as well. And that's where we're going to take a break because streamers got to stream. And I need to refill my cup
Giggle,
too.
giggle, giggle.
At least I'm not coughing it up. But yes, we will
Be fast,
pause
ladies and gentlemen. I got some
there.
story we got to unpack.
Everything starts lighting up, and then we'll take a moment. Ooh, gonna take this.
Yes.
So
I mean, Evil is right. Goal number 1 is to make him put his coffee cup down. Secondly is to make the seer peer.
Peer, peer.
seer appear.
Oh.
Seer appear. Okay,
I'm on board with that.
Make the seer appear.
never read that one. Now I have had a certain beverage go completely into my lungs and not into my stomach like it should have, as I took an entire big swig of a bright green, a little bit of red on the can, beverage right as somebody, not gonna mention any names, but he might sit right where Sunshine is indicating,
Gesticulating.
he gesticulated and yelled something as I was going through a story, and I inhaled so hard and I was laughing so hard I was crying and trying to cough, and hardly any noise was coming out of me because I couldn't breathe for probably about a minute. I thought I was going to suffocate because somebody said something that was so hilarious that I could not breathe.
No, it was not in Canetti Day.
It
This
was
is a
not in
different
Canetti
game,
Day.
and it is absolutely not appropriate.
It
Many
is totally
years
not
ago.
appropriate, but it's one of those fuck it, I sleep. And the fuck it, I sleep part and the thing he did made me inhale, and I would prefer not to do that again, but that would be equivalent to
That is
being a
always
seer peer. I'm gonna go do that right now. I'm gonna go
that's
straight.
always our goal, is to make you inhale something up your nose.
Oh my gosh.
Some beverage up
Let's
your nose.
not.
Yep. So we need to get some
That's how it
Baja
is.
Ha Blast so you can inhale
Yeah,
that.
its cousin is what I inhaled.
Yeah, the green
cousin.
variant.
Yes, the original.
Yeah. Mountain Hideous Dew.
So PopCon,
Oh,
we're gonna be there.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
What? We're going to PopCon?
We're going to PopCon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I haven't told you guys. I had an idea.
Oh, God.
That's a first.
You shut your mouth.
Wow.
Was it a bright idea?
Yes.
What was it? Go on. You have my attention.
And we're trying to make our room kind of like a bar room. What does a bar room have besides fights?
Winches.
Beer.
Little tiny rocks.
Bards.
Bards.
I don't know how to bard. I mean, I'm really bad at it.
You play one on Tuesday.
Yeah, I play one. That doesn't mean I am one. What do we have, like, a month? You think I could learn how to play the guitar really well in a month?
I completely wrote you off of this. There's other people. Sorry, I do apologize. Way more talent.
We've hired actual bards.
When did we get money?
I say, have we? That's interesting.
What if you were an air bard?
Oh, I can air bard like a god.
But I was just thinking, you know, Audrey Tavern has bards
Sure.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Now, granted, most of the time we can just play some kind of music, but if there's that brave soul who wants to step up on the stage and enlighten us with a song, a dance, or a joke, even.
I mean, I'm funny.
eh,
Oh, so I'm not funny?
You can work on your stand-up comedy.
You could work on being nice.
Oh,
I do. I am nice when I'm in character.
Sunshine is nice.
welcome to break.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was just a thought that I had. If we had like a little stage and some music playing.
Yeah,
and
no, that's
if there's
great. Keep your thoughts to yourself. I mean, hey, I love it. Keep them coming.
Sorry.
I
It's a
heard you.
thought I had.
It's all great.
If I had emotions, I would be offended, but I don't.
So I won't.
I won't. No, it's a great idea.
But yes.
So do you actually have people that can actually bard?
I mean, we have a certain child, that is a fantastic singer.
Do I know her?
Yes.
No, it's mine. Mine.
No, she's shy. I
Yeah.
was referring to the seer's child.
Oh, yeah.
That one will belt out anything and everything.
I want to see her do Eminem. That'd be funny.
She does sea shanties.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, that's appropriate.
I know, which is
So, everyone come to PopCon in Indianapolis for sea shanties by the Seer
Sure.
seek.
Seek.
Yes.
Sea shanties by the
Secret.
sea or shore.
Seeker of the mini seek, whatever the fuck she calls herself. Yeah.
There's too many S's there. I'm just trying to. Nah, I just no. Apparently, I need sleep or alcohol to process that.
Both.
Well, she calls herself Seek, and she can sing wonderfully, and it's hilarious to watch a 13-year-old sing a sea shanty in itself.
Should have pets named Jog and Shuttle, and then it's a meta joke about editing, but never mind. Yeah,
So,
both.
PopCon,
Both.
we'll have our own room, bar fights for bonding, possibly
sure.
bards.
Bar fights for bonding with bards. Oh
Sometimes you need a little music to get your fights started.
Bard
Is
fight.
that your DLC class, the Bard?
The bard, yeah. Yeah, $19.95 a minute. What's the bard do? Nothing. They're just there. They're in the way. Should have a class called Patron. They're just drunk.
Just in the way.
Yeah, just in the way.
Nope, sorry. Steve there blocked your line of sight.
Steve is now missed.
Hey, you're making static over there.
That's my job.
Avery, can you hand me the Seer's cup? She went to expel water but forgot to get water.
Seems counterproductive.
No, that's actually on brand. Very much so, on brand.
It's because she got to deal with a lot of us that, she forgets.
Bar fights for bonding in the real life. Yeah, heard the next morning. Yeah. Bar fights for bonding.
How loud can I be? The lid.
Loud, yeah. Well, you know. Look at me.
Lid.
It wasn't going anywhere, that's for sure. Just refilling while I can.
Sweet refilling.
Block the camera.
Yeah. Be like,
Not
yes.
sponsored. Not a sponsor.
If you know anybody who wants to, sponsor us, we will gladly accept money
Or food.
or food.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We'll role play for food.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were breaking out an actual guitar this evening.
I'm sorry. Did I scare you with it?
No. Just like, that's the loudest ukulele I've ever heard. And
It's
then
really
I
deep, too.
I glance over and I'm like, oh, that's a guitar.
I've got that ultra bass ukulele.
Really loosened up those strings in that ukulele.
They just go.
They
The
don't
other
even
one
work.
I'm sorry,
wasn't
what was that
dramatic
again?
enough.
Love that. It's actually a gorgeous sounding guitar.
Yeah. It's actually the Deep Seer's guitar.
So,
I love
Yes.
this guitar.
It's beautiful.
What?
the
It needs
glyphs
a
are
name.
glowing.
It has a
We'll
name,
just
but-
progress the story without her. It's fine.
You can name it Washburn.
Washbird.
Since
Is
that's
that
the
Washbird?
brand.
I don't know why you look at me like that.
Because you're ridiculous and we all know it.
I'm ridiculous?
Yeah. You are.
Okay, on to back to.
Snap
For those
back
of you
to
who
reality.
aren't in Indianapolis, PopCon is in June. You have plenty of time to get tickets and,
Come hang
come
out.
here and hang out.
Laura.
Flights,
Laura.
tickets, hotels.
I mean, depending on who it is.
There's probably a spot.
Yeah, depending on who it is and where you are coming from and those kind of arrangements, just reach out. We have enough people here. We could probably find a place for you to stay that wouldn't require you to get a hotel room.
Unless you want to.
Laura,
Just
If
saying.
you start driving early enough, you could get here
Hell, you
without
can
a flight.
walk.
it's the end of June. Come on.
See, 3,000 miles away, you could walk, it'd take you about a month to get here, but you could do it.
If forced.
Yeah,
to do
forced
it,
come.
You can too.
Yeah.
Just start walking now.
That's what we...
No.
And you have time to take breaks and there you go.
Yeah.
Or just fly or drive.
Forrest Gump did it.
Practically a national legend. Yeah.
And she could bard too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know for a fact that she does karaoke.
She bards really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, she'd be a bard up on stage.
The static is real.
It was that.
It was
one.
you.
Yep.
Shh, it's always.
That's always me.
Well,
No, it's still there. Why is it me?
Just
Just
data
because-
sending from your phone.
Yeah. It picks up on the GPS, or the data.
Well, Evil, you can come and join us too.
100%
I mean,
evil. Bring that cornbread.
the good one.
Yeah, the good cornbread.
Did that help?
You could bring the cornbread, you could bring the bad one who could hold the door with it.
Well, there for a minute I couldn't tell if it was static or if it, because Jinx had turned a fire sound that also sounded like
Yeah.
static.
You could bring the bad cornbread. We
weird
could
that
give it
my
away
phone
to the
did
people who
Well, that's the
lose
thing,
at
why
bar
is
fights
it
for bonding.
mine?
Oh.
Here's your consolation problem.
But what if they want? I thought we wanted return customers.
Well, I mean, if they eat the cornbread, they're not going anywhere.
The bathroom.
But didn't he call it the devil cornbread before?
Something.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Oh my God!
What the
Really?
fuck, man?
you've had all this time.
I was entertaining myself.
Oh.
Leave me alone.
Okay,
Well,
we're progressing
hurry
without him.
Yeah.
Forward march.
Yeah, but
Do it.
Same as always.
We got stories
Just slide
to
in
unpack.
where you're needed.
That's exactly how it works.
Look,
Yeah, I'm all for if anybody wants to make that trip.
everybody has 6 attributes. He has 7. It's that slide in where he's
Yeah, I don't know
needed
how many
attribute.
of our audience right now is in the Indianapolis area, but guys, PopCon, it'll be a blast. You guys really should come out and see us, come out and hang out. It'd be fun.
Indeed.
And I'd love to see you guys. I'd like to put some faces to these usernames.
Right?
You should wear it on your shirt saying who you are, like
Yes.
a name
Yeah.
tag or something.
Hi, my name is.
Hi, my
What?
name is
Esteban.
Esteban de Vega.
His name tag's
That's
like
a
chest
he's
plate.
got like 5 different
Yeah.
name tags, 6.
We need those.
To get 'em all.
We need those shirts now.
Hi, my name is.
You have your
Yes.
name with the actual name tags that
Yeah.
are all crossed out.
You know, one day maybe I will give you guys a treat, you viewers, and show you a far bit of Esteban's future and what happens with the De La Vega name.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. All right. So, okay.
Why'd
So
you
you
just
guys-
mean mug us? That wasn't very nice.
I didn't.
Oh,
It's just her face.
Yeah,
So I'm
100%.
thinking I'm mean mugging because
Yeah.
I'm always looking at you like that.
Yeah,
She's definitely always giving him a side eye.
resting Avery face.
Only toward her Sibrel.
That's right.
All right. So, you guys watched as the seed melted into pure light, and all the light shined up from the floor to the ceiling, and it stays. You've got this just curtain of light. You can put your hands through it. Doesn't have any kind of feeling or anything. There's definitely, it's still there. Something has happened, but that's the only visible difference you see.
I will go up the stairs.
Go back up the stairs.
Yep.
You got 2 displacer beasts just out of cubhood creatures looking around at these trees and kind of sniffing. They're staying near each other, but they're taking a look, and all those archways. You now see that you're not seeing the trees beyond. You see some kind of tunnel spread down each one as you look around this circle.
Hey, there's a bunch of tunnels up here now.
I'll go up.
This can't be good.
I mean,
I'll go up too.
It slightly glows. Each tunnel slightly glows. The tree itself kind of shimmers, but the tunnel beyond is definitely magical. You see other trees and vines and soil. It seems to be made up of a natural thing, but kind of look on the other side of the tree, and you don't see an extending tunnel. It's definitely seems like magical doorways from all 8 of these.
Does each doorway look identical?
Not identical. Very similar. It looks like a overgrowth of nature.
I'm gonna toss a rock through one.
Okay. You toss a rock. Goes in.
I can still see it.
Yep, you see it in the tunnel.
If I look through the other tunnels, do I see anything different?
I see the rock.
Nope.
Okay. So they are all different.
So we put 1 seed in 1 depression and got 8 portals.
That's what it seems like.
We're amazing.
Magic. Magic is seems a thing. Right.
So each one of these tunnels is different. Is there anything that marks them as unique?
Well, if they're different than
North,
unique.
south, east, west,
Then extra north, extra south.
northwest. Yeah.
Extra north.
I thought you were a druid and knew something about nature, Avery.
Extra north, extra
Yeah,
south.
I'm so
Extra
good
is
at
the
nature
compass.
that I make up my own directions. So
Look,
She is the compass.
If you were to meditate now, do you think we would see anything different?
Ooh.
Point us to a tunnel.
extra north.
based off what it told me last time, like it wasn't very direct. I highly doubt that it will tell me much more. I mean, I could try, but I'm sure it's not really going to give us much else of anything. I feel like it'd just be a waste of time, honestly. I feel like we should just kind of explore each one and kind of just figure out from there. And once we're outside of this area, I could probably meditate again.
You guys all feel this kind of warmth. You feel the breeze. You're keenly aware of the ground under your feet, even though you have on shoes. The sight around you is rather beautiful. And even as Avery stops speaking, you guys hear a faint, warm voice. Seems to echo amongst the trees, yet none of you hear it with your ears. It's almost as if you more feel it with your soul.
Mine's in the sword.
You hear, wow, balance is found. It is not made. Balance is also made and not found. Step by step and choice by choice, go forth, children. Of both root and sky, continue to find your balance through your path and each other. And just Avery, you hear this last bit of, I'm very proud of you, my child. And Avery, you definitely recognize this voice. You can just feel the warmth of your goddess Amma and her presence. And that warmth kind of fades. It doesn't leave, but it definitely fades as her attention is not directly upon all of you.
So do we think we each go a separate way? Do we all go together?
She said air and root. Would that be one of the air and the earth signs?
Also, in balance,
So
meaning
Well,
half of us could go down one, the other half down the other, maybe?
balance is made, but also not.
So we're going down the air and earth path?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
weren't there two of each?
Yes, there were.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pick between one.
We
Right.
say we go opposite of each other.
Okay.
But who goes with who?
I mean,
Should we split that based on strengths so we cover each other appropriately as we can, in case we run into trouble?
That probably sounds smart. Like, you probably don't want people that can strictly do spells, not with people that can't, in case, like, we need something like
I would be more
protection.
worried about healing.
Yeah,
us
that's
healing.
kind of what I was talking about. I could do very
Hand that
little
over
bit of
to
healing.
Sunshine.
We probably also wouldn't want to have all 3 cool hats together. You got to split up the hats a little bit.
Right,
Right.
I mean, when we are together, we make an awesome force of hat. But it's just,
Yeah.
And then elves on this side.
Had a force.
yeah,
It's very intimidating.
yeah, a lot of pointy ears over there, and
Oh, there it is. Thank you, Jinx.
what? I was like racism.
We've got this
No, I
far
was saying
before we
thank you,
got
Jinx,
to
as
that.
he put what
The tunnels.
these
Oh.
trees look like now, all different shapes and sizes, but that's essentially you're seeing down them.
Well, I think if we're gonna split for balance, I think probably Chevy and I go the opposite direction.
Chevy, are you a melee fighter by chance, or pugilist sorts?
Mainly, I use my rapier, and then I have some spells that the Celestial Resonance Rock has bestowed upon me.
Well, for like, I'm gonna punch you with thunder, and
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I was just curious. Well, you two should separate. You two need to stay together because you need to keep him alive. That's for sure. Or I would never hear the end of it from either of you.
So you're saying we should stay together. So who's coming with us? Irnela?
That is a mighty fine hat. You did a really big feather in that hat, like a
Because
really.
I believe that you're the one that can do the other bits of healing.
I can't heal anybody.
That's why you would come with
I
me.
have some
Yes.
healing potions as well, so.
Yeah, and you have one, and I can heal some.
Avery?
And I got spells and whatnot. And, I got my bow, but,
Yeah.
my spells are obviously way more effective. So,
I mean, Avery could give scurvy.
I think that gives us a good balance. We've got someone with some ranged abilities on each side, someone who's more melee, and then spells on each side as well, so I think that gives us a good balance.
Okay.
works for me.
So
Alright.
Irnela, Several and I will go down one path, and Chevy, Avery, and Esteban will go down the other. Take these 2 moderate healing potions with you, just in case, for a little extra.
Are they grape flavored?
Sure.
Okay.
Chevy,
You can
I said bubblegum.
take
Damn.
take this.
Grape's my favorite.
I'll hand you one bottle. In the bottle, it's got a little label on it with a B, and I'll hand it to you.
The letter B or
The letter B
okay.
is on it. Barnabas made these for me.
Okay.
An actual bee.
It is a mist. It is a mist form elixir.
Mist form elixir. Got it.
It'll make you harder to be hit.
While we have it, we have this elixir I wasn't able to identify. Maybe you guys can. It looks like sunshine in a bottle.
Okay.
Looks like sunshine. Tastes like heartburn.
Alright, I'm gonna
This
look
is
at this
abysmal.
one that he gave me.
Okay.
You want a crafting?
Sure, if that's what you would like to try to get it with.
I'm gonna aid.
I got a 16.
I got a lot more than
Say
that.
worse than he got.
You got a 16.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, you're not.
No,
I'm not sure what that is.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's loud.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that, everybody.
If it's liquid, if you think it's liquid, like something that has to do with fire, don't ingest it. We'll get it identified later.
Yeah.
So
If anything, throw it on your enemy and see what happens.
yeah.
And if it helps them, well, crap.
So
Know not to do that again.
Theo, can you pass me the Bismol behind you?
bear in mind did you guys hear a voice
There
or
you go.
feel a
Can you
Yes.
hand that over?
of presence?
Yes.
My voice said all of those things that we were talking about. I like how we all just kind of like commonly knew that we were spoken to, but
Don't open this.
it does It did say that we travel step by step, so I don't know if it's like if we have to physically walk together, like apart from each other. But if you want to take things that literal, I don't know. But it says, step by step, choice by choice. So if we're gonna go, say we try to move together.
Every breath you take.
Every move you make.
Of course you will, Jinx.
Fucking creeper.
Now it's starting to feel ominous in here.
So, yeah,
Do you have a preference for which path you take?
this one.
I prefer the air path,
Sure.
given the Celestial Resonance Rock gives me some affinity there. But
Sure. Are we going down the other air one, or are we going down the earth one?
Oh, the opposite of whichever one.
Right, but the airs were lined up across from each other. They're going down an air?
No, the opposites were lined up against each other.
No.
No.
It's air and air.
Oh.
Earth.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got it.
That's 2 for me.
That's only 1 against me. Thank you very much. And you have a deficit because you tried to touch my resonant
visit
rock.
for me.
No, I touched your resonance rock. Anyway,
Oh, sorry, my crystal shard.
yeah, we're gonna go down the earth,
What are we talking about?
and they're gonna go down
You
the air.
touched my crystal shard.
Okay.
Just married fights,
I'm in trouble.
Who's going where first? When? What's going on?
So we're at the edge of the little portals, and I'll just go, all right, everyone, we're going to step with our right foot. Ready? Step. And then we
Okay.
all step.
So you guys are okay. Only one person can go through
No.
at a time.
Oh, what the hell? That's not bullshit.
Yeah, only one person can go through each portal.
Carry Sunshine, and I'll put their
You
nail
might be
on my
able to-
back.
You could probably do that.
Bullshit. We will step together.
Okay. How are you guys going to step together with them?
No, I won't do that because they can't do that. So I'll step first.
Okay. Are you trying to step at the same time, or
yeah, I'll
okay?
step
Roll
in.
initiative, you two.
I don't like that.
28.
27.
Okay. So you guys go to step through, and you're trying to do it at the same time, and you step, and you step. Just a fraction of a second difference. You step, and you step, and you're just seeing the forest. Turn and look back. The only portal that is still active is now the one that Chevy has stepped his foot into.
Okay.
The arches are still there. There's only one portal active.
Can I see Chevy?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
What happened out there, Cyril?
My portal went away.
Is that a problem for you normally?
No, it's undead at this point. It does exactly what I tell it to do.
Huh. They make a pill for
A
that.
salve for
A
that.
salve. A
No,
pill.
see,
I
the
think-
funny thing is works just fine.
Wow.
Oh.
So many questions answered.
You're welcome.
So what happens after 4 hours?
Looks like
She has a
Avery's ready
great
to get
time.
away from you, so
Yeah,
come on in here.
oh god.
Avery's emotionally scarred.
I'm not gonna have any alcohol.
Sunshine.
Like,
Sunshine. You're gonna need an old priest and a young priest, I think.
Well, I guess I count as both if you take the elven part of it. Never mind. Anyways.
I don't ever think it.
She's not. Yeah, so I guess we're all going that way?
I guess so.
Okay, great.
Well then.
That was easy.
Well, so you guys
That was something.
head over that way. Obviously, Chevy's in front. You guys, who's the last person through? Okay. Everybody give me a perception. You can gain a +5 to it. They're Esteban.
just Esteban.
Oh. Damn, that would have been a great roll if it was me too.
That was fucking terrible.
It's better than 9.
Yeah, because I started at 20.
Your perception should be at least a 17 or 16.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter when you roll a 1.
I mean, that's true. Gosh.
My perception is only a 15.
With your +5?
No,
Oh,
it's a
okay.
20. Then I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
That's rough.
All right. Well, they're not hiding. So, what have you guys got?
I have 25.
33.
33.
30.
30.
28.
Okay.
17.
17.
22. I was thinking about the
22.
thing she was talking
Okay.
about the priest.
You see them. You guys, except for your Nayla, I guess, you guys realize the lack of them. The 2 large displacer beasts haven't stepped through as you guys get about 3 or 4 feet from the portal as you get through at the end.
Wait, where's Azara?
Azara's beside Avery.
Oh.
Maybe they
I
can't.
call Zila to me.
Okay, give me a handle handling check. Give me the command animal of nature there.
I was about to say, I was wondering if they could even go through
26.
certain planes.
26, she hesitates, but she'll start forward. She comes very cautiously up to it and steps in. I mean, they've been looking around these trees, at these trees, checking them out.
Can I pee on them?
But she cautiously steps in.
Okay.
I give her some scritches to give her some
Come on, Elgato.
encouragement.
Robo.
Try to get him over here too.
Okay. You can take a +2 to that as his sister's already through, and he doesn't exactly like being alone.
Okay. Well, that's only a 17.
Okay. You try calling him, and he kind of yowls back. He's like, kind of sits down, tail twitching, tentacles twitching like extra tails, fur kind of puffed up a little.
Can I send a Zara to kind of nudge him in there?
Sure. What do?
I kind of just look at Azara and just kind of
Azara, go get the baby.
motion towards El Gato and be like, "You've done it before. Go drag him in here."
She visibly
I know.
turns around, tail, tip of her tail flicking. She comes walking toward it, going back. She gets almost to the entrance, and Elgato's sitting there having his kind of fit, crying somewhat,
He's a baby.
continuing doing that. He sees her coming and pops up, and she has to dash through. It takes about 5 minutes, and she kind of chases him around the little grove.
Wow.
Little bitty
Before
kid.
she chases him into the portal. It takes her a little bit. I had rolled her command animal there. She was having a little trouble, but she does eventually get him over there. And it's a lot of rough housing before they finally get in there. She comes walking up to you, kind of going, spitting out a little bit of Elgato fur.
I give her a treat, and then I give El Gato and Zila a treat.
Okay.
Like, it's okay. We're safe.
You guys get moving now. You can actually go now that they're through. They seemed a little weirded out by, appearing tunnels.
Yeah.
Not used to these kinds of things.
Yet.
So I guess our theory about balance was not correct.
Apparently.
Probably took it too literal.
Yeah.
So you guys start traversing this tunnel.
We sure do.
Eventually, it kind of winds and twists, and you're traveling for quite some time. It's very much so an open and then closed type of thing. It doesn't do any super sharp turns, but it definitely turns and moves around. Those of you that are actually trained in Arcana, I would like an Arcana, or those of you that are trained in nature, I will take that as well.
Okay, my nature's better than my arcana. So,
Okay.
29.
Okay.
27 in nature.
Okay. Anybody else?
31 in nature.
31 in nature. Okay. As you guys are moving and things kind of go in and out, and it's the way that this path moves, it starts to remind you of vines, very much so like how a vine would grow and move if it was just going at the normal ground, whether up, down, and out. The width and length of it, the tunnel is kind of rounded, but there's multiple different things around you. You have rocks, you've plant life, and above you there's plant life. You don't see a sky, and it's Irnela. It is you that kind of realize that it's not more of a vine so much as a root, and you guys are definitely passing between planes as you are moving along this route. You guys continue along this route for quite some time, and you find a more bulbous area that kind of opens up. It's about, most of the time it's only about 15 feet wide. Sometimes it narrows a little bit smaller, but you find one area that's at least big enough for your hut as it's getting close to that time.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There's no discernible night or day. There's a soft glow from sunshine and kind of a whitish green energy that kind of peeks between the fauna around you.
That and we're tired.
But yeah, it does become to that point where you've been traveling for hours, and it's definitely time for a rest. And it's almost like it was meant to be. There's a spot that would fit your little hut. Did you all
Okey-dokey.
stop?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
She's got vegetable soup to make.
I sure do.
Spells to rearrange and ready.
So you guys stop for the evening. Do you set up watches?
I'll watch first.
Okay.
I'll watch with them.
All right.
I'm gonna take a sleep.
You'll take a sleep.
I'll take third watch.
I'll take second watch.
I'm cooking a fantastic vegetable stew with watermelon dessert.
And I can eat that while on my watch if it's ready at that point.
Oh, it'll be ready before watch, I'm sure. She's making it up for you guys to eat before sleep, probably.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Nice little nap food.
Is there anybody going, or is several, are you taking a second watch with Avery, or are you taking your sleep at that point?
If she's the only one that's on second watch, I'll watch with her.
Okay, did anybody else want to be on second watch or no?
I can take second watch.
Okay, so Irnela will take second watch.
So then after my watch, I'll sleep 4 hours, and then I'll be awake on the back end as well.
So several, you're taking the third watch, and then is there anybody else taking it with him?
Esteban is.
Esteban's on third, yep.
Okay. So Chevy and Several, on your watch, why don't you give me perceptions? And now her hut literally leaves enough room for you guys to maybe crawl over the top of it to see both sides. Which way did you put the door? Facing where you're going or where you came from?
Where we're going, because that's most likely where, if anything was coming.
Okay.
Smart.
18.
18?
I have 26.
26?
Nope, 36.
36. All right. Pardon me.
Doubled.
So you guys keep watch. Is there anything you're doing while on watch? Specifically, anything you're trying to get done? Any of that? No?
Not necessarily.
I ready my spells.
I'm
if I
sure.
can do
I'm
that.
sure we're
We'll get to that on your watch.
chatting,
Okay.
but
Same as always, I check in on my wife again and just
Is
get
that
there.
cross-planar?
That's a good question.
He's like,
I'm sorry. The number you've dialed has been temporarily disconnected. Please hang up and try again.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line.
that'll be 10 platinum to connect cross
It doesn't
planar.
say. It just says it's a magical tattoo, and when you use the Heart Bonds activity to learn of your beloved's present state, you can grant them a small gift. Doesn't say anything about distance or planes.
Okay.
I guess that would be to your discretion, Seer.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. Definitely better than the last time you checked in with her not being so anxious this time. Seems fairly neutral in mood. Something you do notice, several, is you do start seeing maybe these. You see small little creatures here and there. Almost maybe there's insect life, maybe small animals, in and out of the flora. You see some fauna coming in and out of these branches and such around and under and to the sides of you. Nothing really comes close to the hut, though.
So part of when I'm on watch, I also use detect magic. I keep that kind of up and running so that way I can make sure that I can see anything that is magical that moves our way or whatever. So, I mean, if it's not a threat, if it doesn't look like a threat, it
Everything's
is what it is.
pretty magical around here. Not blind you,
Yeah.
mind you.
But it's just one of
but
those things that if
definitely
it
magical.
looks pretty stable and all of a sudden something goes like across the thing, I'm going to see
Yep.
it. So,
All
Yeah.
right. So you go lay down, and Chevy, you go lay down, and Avery and Irnila.
I kick Avery's boot.
All right. Kind of shove him on my way out the door.
All right. So is there anything in particular you two do on watch?
I'm just ready my spells.
Okay.
Just give the cat scritches.
All right. Give me perceptions, you two.
$32.
There you go.
Okay.
35.
There you go.
All right. You two, same thing. It's pretty peaceful. Again, the light doesn't change, but you both also kind of see the different fauna now. You see these insects and small creatures. Definitely not. It's not like, oh, hey, there's a squirrel. No, it might have been a squirrel or some kind of weasel, but not like what you would see on the material plane. They're definitely different. There's something else here. Definitely in another plane. So you guys have a pretty uneventful watch. Some kitties enjoy some scritches and go back in. Avery, you don't need to get any more sleep. Irnila, you will need more sleep.
Yes, please.
So you lay back down. Several and Esteban, you guys start your watch. Sunshine, I take it you're up and starting breakfast around this time.
I sure am.
Okay?
Well, maybe a couple hours of
I have a
peace
31.
and quiet.
31. Esteban, your perception?
I have a 30.
30. All right. So again, like I told them, you see some little creatures here and there in and out of the brush that makes up this tunnel, and it's a pretty uneventful time. Are you two doing anything on this watch?
Are any of the
particular?
cats awake?
Yeah.
Or are they sleeping?
Yeah. Did you have the cats on the where you came from side or where you're going side? because the big ones won't be able to get through once that hut's in place, and they can't fit in it with you.
We would put them on the where we're going side.
Where
Yeah.
you're going side. Okay, then yeah. Yeah, you can see where they're. I mean, you guys can get up and over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty active for most of the evening. They catnap and up and down, and they definitely remind you of two large kittens, especially when El Gato decides,
It's time to
early
play.
morning, it's Zoomy time, and jumps on Zila, and it's playtime.
No, I just kind of hang out with Esteban, and we burn some hours as he plays, and
Okay. As Zoomy times come, they're playing, they're having a good time. They're, well, Zila seems to get annoyed with him every once in a while. Goes to kick him off and runs off about a few feet before he pounces again, and then suddenly both of them just kind of stop and pop up and back up toward the cabin. That would be initiative immediately. Those of you that are asleep, that would just be Chevy and Irnela. I will need a perception from you two.
because we rested.
And yes, now that you've rested, welcome to level 9.
Ooh,
Yay.
I like that.
I believe that's just a click of a button for most of you.
It is indeed.
Click, click. Ding.
Level 9, you say?
Yes.
I wonder what happens at level 9.
It's a good
We-
thing you two are elves.
we win
Your
the game.
spells are prepared and ready by now because you've been up for hours.
You're
Takes
right.
you about an hour to get them ready. All right.
32 is my perception.
Perception or initiative?
Well,
Oh, she wanted perception from you, right?
32. Okay.
26.
All right.
Combat.
Okay. So, several as you see the cats pop up like that, and they back up toward the hut. You also see them stop, and they kind of seem to be confused as to which direction to go. Both of them, hair on end. All of you, including those sleeping, feel a bit of a rumble in the ground.
Great.
Let me put everybody out here. Let's see. So, right here is where your hut was. We're gonna put, it's a 10 by 10, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right,
so.
so Sunshine is doing some dinner here.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. 10 by 10 foot?
It is 20 by
20,
20
okay.
and 10 feet high.
And 10 feet high, yeah. So yeah, there's a little bit of room over. We actually have our Zara finally. Yay! All right, so
Is there an
the
Esteban?
direction you're going,
No, but there's a Chevy.
you're out here.
Okay, so there's an Esteban light.
Esteban is, yes, we do have a Chevy finally, yay. There's
what?
Esteban over here. You guys are doing
Printed
your,
for a long time.
and you two are laying down inside of the hut here. All right.
feet to feet.
So I will need everybody's initiative. So Irnela and Chevy, you may also roll me an initiative. You're literally waking up from sleep to initiative.
Makes sense.
All right, that'll be a 35 to 40, guys. Who's got that?
For initiative?
Yes.
Me. Hold on. Let's see. No, wait, I was one shy.
I have a 36.
Okay, Irnela, waking up.
I'm amazing
Ready to
first
go.
thing.
She is a morning person.
Definitely not.
And if she wasn't, she
little
might have
too.
forgotten that she wasn't. All right. So, sorry. 30 to 35.
That one's me. 34.
I have 32.
32.
Go first, bro.
I'll let Avery go first. She's gonna win the day.
Okay.
Who's got the,
I'll go first.
okay. Several, and then Avery.
I should have put a silent spell in there.
Yeah, the opportunity.
I really did, and I didn't think about it.
Yeah,
It's not really that
sucks.
useful.
On Several's mouth?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I would waste one of my spells for my own party member.
I'm pretty sure it's an area effect, and that's kind of null and void because he can always use sign language, or share thoughts.
Have you got all your spells set for the day?
I do.
Okay. All
We're
right.
joking, okay?
Chevy and Sunshine, what do we got?
19.
I got a 17, but I also rolled a 1.
I rolled a
I'm
2.
at a
Yeah.
really good place in my book. Stop it. It's one of the ones I took from the Angel's house.
I mean, it's fair.
Oh, yeah, it's one of those books.
Yes.
I hope she doesn't notice it's missing.
Would you give me the name of that spell, please? That makes your hut
Cozy cabin,
cozy cabin.
literally.
Do you need to double
I was
check
just too
that?
cozy to wake up.
That was a really great nap. I wasn't even gonna lie.
It is a level 3.
Okay. I just have to check something real quick.
Oh, jeez. I just found a spell that Avery might want.
Oh, what's that?
It's called Abyssal Plague.
I'm intrigued.
Yes, please, she says.
It just makes sense that you would want it, so.
Scurvy, plague, just give them everything.
If they're too sick, they can't fight. So
Strong strategy.
I
Too
think
busy
so.
eating oranges.
Okay, so
gross.
it is made of wood, so it can be
Yes.
harmed.
Yes, it can.
Okay.
No, I could have told you that.
Okay. You guys hear that rumbling.
Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Where are the babies?
I swear it's
There's
not my
the babies.
stomach. Though it's probably rumbling too.
Babies out here. The babies are right here.
Grr, grr, grr.
They're upset.
Arg.
All right. So, that rumbling gets worse. And that is.
I will, can I move? Like, are we able to move or anything?
Yes.
Like, while we feel the ground rumbling?
Irnela may. Irnela, you are at the top of the order. You feel this rumbling underneath you.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get out of bed,
Holy shit!
Okay.
and then I will head outside the cabin.
Dinner's coming to revisit.
Right. And once
So,
I'm out there, can I see any obvious signs of why it's rumbling?
you're not
Great.
sure.
Okay, well then I'm gonna hold that last action until something non-friendly appears.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, before you can react there, Several. And I was looking at that. There it is.
The stress on these chords is ridiculous.
Stressful music.
I'm just saying.
That is. $27 damage to the roof of the cabin as something breaks into it.
Good thing it's just magic.
I believe 27 is going to bust through the wood and such.
Yeah,
Outside the house,
probably.
So, and so you see all the wood from one side, and I'm going to just use the, we're going to use this side. From the side wall here, all this gets just destroyed as something busts through the wall and busts through the cabin itself. We'll bring him down here in a minute there for you there, Jinx, but...
Damn.
All right. That's its turn. Esteban.
37. Demoralized when I roll initiative
Okay.
against its will DC.
Okay. And Esteban, that brings us to you.
Yes. First thing I'm doing, casting Day's Weight on that thing.
A day's wait.
I only know that spell because of Avery.
Yes. It's so basically it's a fortitude save. And I assume this is a living creature.
Yes.
Okay. If it wasn't living, it wouldn't work. So you fast forward time for a single creature, burdening it with the aches and pains of an entire day and making it temporarily tired and weak. The creature must attempt a fortitude save. So it must do the fort save, and I'll tell you what happens based on what it gets.
Okay.
And my fort save... Do you
That
see?
is a 39.
Okay, it made it save. Because mine's a 25.
That is a critical success then.
It probably does nothing then.
Yeah. It's unaffected.
Yeah, target is unaffected. Fine. Eat a dick.
It looks like it could.
It looks covered in them.
Yes, it is a dick.
It is.
All right, fine.
Oh my gosh.
Then I am going to courageous anthem.
Damn it, Jinx.
Courageous anthem.
Wow.
Yep, I am inspiring my allies with words and tunes of encouragement. Don't let it fucking kill you.
All right.
Sounds about right.
You and all your allies in the area gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, saves against fear effects. Because that thing is a pucker level 3 right there.
Stacking with the hat. +2.
It's okay. When I saw it, I kind of puckered a little. I was like, oh,
Huh?
I saw
Does your hat have a
it.
range?
Okay.
60.
Your range is 16 on the hat. Okay.
Yep. Yep. So everywhere.
All
Pretty
right.
much.
So that ends your turn then.
Yes, that is all 3.
That brings us to Sivril.
Great.
It's kind of hanging out of the wall there. You could probably barely reach it there. Where it's at.
Bish, I have climb speed.
Yeah, that is purple death.
Right?
I can't. Oh my god. Damn it.
There's a story that we're not going to tell.
We are definitely not telling that one. I mean, it was just a portal. Just a purple portal, okay?
I'm going to use
Yeah.
snagging strike to attempt to leave him off guard.
Okay, so you're gonna move over to it?
Yep.
All right. So you can get right over here to
Great.
the wall of the cabin and smack into it.
That's going to be a 40.
That will hit. That is actually a crit.
Let me get my actual other dice that I need. Can I have some D8s, please?
How many do you need?
I need 4.
Oh wow, yeah, you can't even see Sivril for the creature
Sorry,
from the top
there-
down, can you?
Great. Sorry, that one's sharp.
Great. And then I need 2d6 for some wacko damage. That's terrible.
Yeah, my dice don't like you.
Did you talk nice to them?
No. He didn't.
So he takes 43 and 10 spirit.
But he did crit, so,
So 53 total.
Yep. I just told you separate in case there's,
All right.
immunities.
yeah, goofy shit.
All right.
So he is off guard. He is, I'm assuming he's frightened. I don't know that, but I'm assuming he is. And I'm going to take my last action and do shatter defenses. So I attempt to hit him again.
All right.
That's a 31.
That will hit.
So 22 points of damage.
Okay.
So his frightened value cannot be reduced below 1 till the start of my next turn.
He is not frightened. All right.
Okay.
Well, shit.
I'm not sure how that's even possible at this level. I fucking rolled a 19.
Maybe it's because that thing is so gargantuan.
Maybe he's mindless.
Yeah. Avery,
You had a what on your to intimidate it?
I rolled a 19, and I start with a 19.
Oh, 38.
Yeah.
I thought you said.
I have a 38 against its will
Oh.
DC.
I thought you said 28.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I was like, there's just no way.
Okay.
Not that it is what it is, but shit.
Okay.
We should not be fighting that thing if its will DC is that high.
Yeah, that's not. You didn't quite. It's close.
Run away, run away.
All right. So,
So it is off guard and frightened. If
Okay.
it is frightened.
all right, Avery, it's your turn.
I am going to cast Vitality Lash at it,
Get
Okay.
it.
Okay.
and it's basic fortitude.
Basic fortitude.
It's got fortitude for days.
That
And
is a 41.
Yeah,
Is a
42, not
critical
so great.
success. Yeah. It takes no damage.
Ah, damn it.
Yep.
Okay. All right, well,
Hit it in the will.
next.
It's purple death. It's
Hit it
not,
in the will.
emotional support death.
Fucking really, TJ?
I'm gonna try to sneak up around the rock and hopefully try to see if I can climb its back. I don't know what I'm gonna do from there, but I'll
Oh,
figure it
God
out.
damn it.
Okay, so you want to go try to get up on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it hopefully won't see me because I don't see any eyes as far as I can tell.
Give me an athletics.
In local news,
Please fail.
Avery dies.
In my own, little area of nature.
From the
20.
creatures from Tremors.
20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. With the dirty 20, you can climb. What is your speed?
35.
Okay. You get pretty much right up to it, and you can try to hop onto its back. Next turn, we're gonna put you just right here at the base. You're right underneath it on the wall. You're holding on to some of those vines and branches and such, and it's busted through. You can try to hop over onto its back on your next turn. All right. I think she just said that she couldn't see any eyes there, Laura. All right, so Chevy, that brings us to you.
I'm going to kip up to stand up as a free action.
Okay.
Activate my arachnid armor as my second action to give me a climb speed, and then, or that was my first action. Second action then to tumble through with my 30 feet of movement. I want to get on the other side of it if I can.
You want to try to get up and on the other side of it?
Yeah.
With 30 feet of movement and a climb speed, you won't be able to get to the other side of it. And you could get to this side of it if you wanted.
Okay. Will that still allow me to tumble through then?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Look at that.
Not with a natural one, I won't.
Oh, not with a natural one.
Look at that.
Right.
Look at that Chevy figure there on the ground.
Yeah, he
Eat
goes
shit.
goes to climb up here and finds himself back down on the ground. You're going to climb, plus your arachnid armor, you just kind of turn yourself around, and you go up the wall, but then right back down to the floor against the back wall of the cabin. So you're still inside the cabin. You're looking at the big hole with this thing above you with the big mouth.
That did not give me panache, so with my last action, I will
certainly
just,
did not.
I'll just use a basic strike.
Okay.
If I can
Do you
reach it.
have range?
I don't.
It puts you right outside of range of
okay.
it.
Then I'll raise my dueling cape.
Okay.
Cover your face in shame.
Sunshine.
Sweet.
Fall of shame.
Thank God none of my party have actually climbed on top of this damn thing. So how big would you say it is? Would you say it was about the size of my cabin? How tall my cabin was?
It looks like what's sticking out of the wall might be.
Okay.
Maybe a little bigger.
Cool. With my 120-foot range, I'm above it in a 10-foot radius. I am casting Flame Strike.
Okay. So you're hitting above it so that it hits the top of it, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a area of 10 foot
How do you get?
and a 40-foot tall cylinder.
Okay. So you're burning up into the flora and fauna above you and into it. All right. Is that a save?
It is. It is a basic reflex.
Okay. And what does that look like while I'm getting this total here?
Like a meteor strike.
Okay.
Bam.
Multiple.
All right. That is a reflex of 27.
Ooh.
Should be close.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sunshine has a reroll.
Not,
I don't have anything to roll.
But, well,
My
you'll have
DC
one, though.
is a 26.
oh no.
Okay, then it succeeds. It's not a
You
critical
sure
success.
it's not demoralized or
It was demoralized, wasn't it?
but it's demoralized.
it didn't, have another couple negatives or something?
Look, I can only dish them out so fast.
Even with the -1, that still makes it a 26, and that is her DC, which means it succeeds.
Oh, well, it's still 8d6 of fire damage, so
86
It
fuck
would
you.
take half of, so.
yeah. Your dice don't like me.
Bullshit. That's 5.
One of them?
Your dice rolled like a 1 and 2 2s.
Hold on, there's math to do. Pardon me.
Math rocks, mathing.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
We are no longer Pathfinder, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to teach you how to use numbers using our math rocks. All right, everyone.
So I got 24 damage, so that's 12 halved.
Okay. Well, points. of
And it
fire
is
damage.
fire. And even if it is resistant to fire, it does not apply because it is divine fire.
Right.
Eat divine fire.
There's this sound that comes from it. It's not a roar. It's kind of this, almost like when someone takes a sheepskin, blows it up, and pulls real tight, and it goes. And just that high pitched, but it's loud, and it screeches like that for a moment.
Okay, and for my last action, what the fuck is that?
All right, I will take nature, or arcana, or occult.
32 nature.
32 nature. That is a cave worm. It seems to be a planar cave worm, but it is a cave worm.
Do I get any?
That is a
Resistance?
gargantuan animal.
Planar, so there's like more extreme versions of this thing.
Well, this one is it's a cave worm you can find on the material plane. Planar meaning that it's plane touched and living between the planes, it seems
Okay,
like.
It's not planar
Does
than something else.
it
It's got a one flat
have any
back.
resistances?
It does not.
No resistances?
Nope. But it
shit.
does recover from things really quickly.
Oh, great.
Burn it with fire. Hey, throw that thing.
Throw that thing.
The one I told
Yep,
you not
yep.
to ingest.
This thing you don't know what it is.
Fuck it.
It's fiery and
Okay.
burn it with fire.
All right, so that's your turn.
This thing's gonna turn
Yep.
into an angel or something.
All right.
Still
Was
burn it
anybody
with
holding?
I was.
You were holding one. Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try something new.
All right.
I don't feel like my gun's gonna do much against something
Okay.
that large.
You'd be
So-
surprised.
I was gonna poke it with a rapier.
Hey, have you seen the damage that what happens when you poke a balloon with a needle?
That's true. That would be. Boom! So I'm gonna try Goblin Song.
Goblin
We
song.
all
Yes.
three sing at this table and have hats.
So Bardet.
It is. It says
Bardet.
you sing annoying goblin songs, distracting your foes with silly and repetitive lyrics.
Oh no, it is the song that.
Yeah, that. It's either that one or the bottles of ale on a wall.
That okay.
Baby shark.
Okay.
Know my
Do, do,
name.
do, do.
So I'm going to attempt a performance check
Okay.
against the will DC
Okay. Go for
of
it.
the enemy.
Can I also
Let's
make
do
a will
this.
save?
You are not a foe.
Yeah, she likes you,
Oh boy.
mostly.
I rolled an 8. Wait, does this count for the 2 stackies?
No.
No. Okay, fine. Then it's an 18.
Okay. 18 total.
Yes.
Okay. It's versus its will DC. Okay. Well, even though she doesn't sing badly with an 18, that's not
Yeah,
too
that's
bad.
still good.
It doesn't seem to really pay attention to you singing so much. Or at least that you can tell. Maybe if it's annoyed, you'll find out if it tries to chomp
Well,
on you. You're not sure.
It has some things if I succeeded, so if I did not succeed, that's fine. As long as I didn't critically fail.
No.
Okay, perfect.
You got an 18?
I did.
No, you did not critically fail.
Okay.
All right. So then that brings us to your turn,
Oh,
as you were holding one,
it was.
and now you have your full.
Okay, well,
actions.
that didn't work.
That you
So-
know of.
We'll try to shoot it.
Okay.
I'll just go back to old reliable.
Click, click.
Pump it full of lead.
Just stop
Okay.
it.
Don't.
30.
30 will hit.
All right.
Beautiful. 8, 13, 20.
20.
20 damage.
Okay.
And then for the heck of it, I'll try to shoot it again.
All right.
Ooh, that's terrible.
Pardon me.
That's a 17.
Okay, that is a critical fail.
Oh, great. What happens then?
Do you have a critical fail
I don't think
with your weapons?
Did your Natalie use up her reroll?
I did not use my reroll earlier.
It's not necessarily something bad as if
No.
if you'd rolled a 1, but some weapons do have a
No,
critical
not this
fail
one.
to them. Okay.
Nope. Oh, how about a natural 20?
That
Hey.
will hit.
Good
That is a
roll.
crit. Yay.
Good use of that reroll.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, not that one. That's 6 points of damage from the sad little wrist launcher.
Okay.
Well, doubled. Wait, I didn't double that.
12. Then.
Isn't that 8? It's 3 plus 1 is 4 times
Right,
2.
yeah, I forgot the doubling. That's what I just said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Plus another 4. So 8 plus 4 is 12.
Okay. And then did you add the bard?
Plus 2.
Double.
Which would be 4.
4.
So 16.
Yes.
All right.
Welcome to Equation, the game.
All
Good job,
right.
You just killed it.
Algebra with my.
Boom!
And then. Oh,
With your
jeez.
third action.
I guess it doesn't matter where I go.
Somewhere safe.
Can I get over by one of the babies?
You can. Which one would you like to go to? El Gato or
No, El
Zia?
Gato is my buddy.
Okay. So we can go over here by El Gato.
Yep. Please and thank you.
On the other side of him or this side?
Let's go on the other side. Yes.
So between the two kitties?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna go between the kitties. All right. Its turn. All right, it just kind of stretches. You see this body just kind of coil in and it smashes down on the front of the cabin It smashes itself down right here in between everybody.
I would like my attack of opportunity,
for
please.
one movement. It never left your threatened area.
If it moves through my
It
squares.
moves in your squares, yes.
Yes, I
It is
understand
moving.
that.
Go ahead.
I rolled a 1. That's terrible.
Ooh.
You missed.
I sure did.
Wow. That was a side. Nothing. We all have days. First time, right?
Yeah.
You go to follow it over your head and you swing and you trip on a root or something as you do your turn. You slip and you fall back onto your butt pretty much. So
Okay.
you fall prone.
Sounds good.
All right, so you're prone right here. All right. Let's see. Everybody, but that would be everybody is within 15 feet except for Chevy.
Great.
So it's gonna thrash. All right, it can strike once with its jaws. That's gonna be to Several. Several, 37.
That is crit.
I'm going to. Can I cast Hidebound on him?
You
as
can.
Your action. Hidebound, heightened 2, +2.
All right, so as your reaction, you cast Hidebound on Several.
You gain 8 resistance to physical damage
But thank you very
until the
much.
beginning of its turn.
Wow, I don't think I could. I could have rolled a little lower. That would be 21 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And as a free action, improved grab. And that is a 47 athletics for the grab. You are grabbed. You are grappled by this thing.
That's against my fortitude. Mm-hmm. What'd you got?
47.
That's a critical success. I'm restrained.
You are restrained. All right, and it can once with jaws. Where is that one? That's gonna be a stinger to Irnela. That is only a 30 to hit.
Oh no. That hits.
Okay. It's not very happy about somebody poking it, apparently. I only have one of those. Okay.
Better that than my
Oh,
song.
nope, this one. That is 17 points piercing. And I need a fortitude save from you.
Great. 18.
Okay. All right, and the rest of the attacks are from its body thrashing around. Specifically, got you two with those. It's body attacks. Let me just go down the line here. Let's start. Esteban. That is a 26.
Hits.
Okay, as it thrashes around, you kind of get smashed up against the wall for 15 bludgeoning.
Ow.
What was your fortitude there, Irnela?
18.
18. Take 14 points of poison damage. You are poisoned, and you are enfeebled 2. As you've started, you are in stage 1 of poison from this thing. Alright. Avery, that is a 29 to hit you. And that'll be 18 bludgeoning damage to you. Sunshine, the front wall of the cabin is also taking 18. Sunshine, a 36 to you. Is that a crit?
It is.
Okay. My brain is not right. 42 points of bludgeoning damage as its body thrashes around,
Holy
and you
shit.
get hit with that. Zara, 30. Hits Azara. It's not a crit, is it?
No.
Okay. Azara is taking 18 points of bludgeoning damage. Zila. That is a crit on Zila. Write that down. And Elgato, he actually misses. And it seems to stab itself with one of the branches that it broke coming through the side wall of this tunnel. One of the branches stab into it, doing a little bit of damage actually, as Elgato kind of moves out of the way, and it hits that branch as it rolled a 1 against Elgato. So, and double check this. That's everybody, I believe. That would be everybody that's in its reach. Yes. All right. That's its turn. That brings us to Esteban.
I do not appreciate this. I'm casting Shadow Blast. I can choose the type of defense. I'm going to make it a will save, basic. And a 50-foot line. I want to aim it so I don't hit anybody,
Okay.
except for it.
I mean, you can pretty much give it an angle up and
Sure.
you're easily.
Yep, and it's
'Cause that thing
acid
is
damage.
enormous. Okay.
So,
Does it need a save or
yeah, it's a will save.
will save? Okay.
Basic.
That's a 1. That is a critical
Oh.
fail.
Then it's double damage. Mm-hmm. I'm going to need 6d8, please.
I can give you one.
Let's see.
There's 2 more.
That's a
We've
10.
got 3.
How many do you need?
I need to stop grabbing d10s. I need 1.
You need 1 here. Or do you have it?
No, I just need 1 more.
There you go.
Thanks. All right.
Check your spells. Make sure you have dice, guys.
I,
Or at least make sure your neighbor has dice.
I already did.
All right.
all right. So, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28. So 28. Then I need to double it.
Did you add yourself your bard stuff too?
No. Did I math that right? 8, 9, 1, 5, 6, 7. I count 27.
Plus
Okay.
1 for your
Plus-
hat, right?
Yeah, that's
Two.
including the hat.
Oh, you're not actually doing anything. So plus.
So 27, then times 2 that.
Okay.
54.
And that's with your hat. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
54 acid.
54.
Acid
54
damage.
acid. All right.
Fuck you!
It makes that sound again, that high pitched screeching noise, almost as if air just escaped through the line of acid that you shot through. You do see the line of acid kind of eke through the other side, but it is still moving and thrashing around.
That's all.
Is
I guess
that
that's okay.
you have another action there, Esteban? Or do you have-
Yes, I am going to cast a shield on myself.
Okay. All right, that brings us to Several.
My turn. Mm-hmm. I'm going to attempt to escape from
Okay.
being restrained.
All right. Stand them up here because it's easier. All right.
That's a 29.
And that versus his.
Whatever the escape DC is, it says, whatever it is.
Now it's like your thing base versus his
I think the purple one's yours.
for his.
Yeah, so if it's athletics DC,
Give me a moment.
This one's mine.
I've looked at this before.
typically the athletics DC of the creature grabbing you.
Because it's not giving me. I thought it did have.
Disc break. You brought you by DM loading.
Yeah, TM loading. Sorry.
You know, we need to have another.
I think it's off of its one of its saves, but either way, if it was on that save, that would not do it. So
Okay.
not quite. So you
So-
are still restrained.
That's one action.
One action.
I'm going to attempt again.
Okay.
That's 33.
33 will do it.
Okay. I am free.
Which, technically, if you're in his mouth, you're probably actually like here now. Just to be honest, if you're free, you drop out of its mouth.
Great.
Does this thing have bones?
Dropping out.
I will activate Dueling Parry and raise my AC by 2.
Okay. Dueling parry. It
That's
is
my
an
actions.
animal. You did get that it's a gargantuan animal.
Okay.
Sunshine, when you did your check.
Just checking.
All right. So
Looks like a
after
worm.
several, Avery, what would you like to do?
Okay, well, since it dropped him, I want to try to climb its back now.
Okay.
And hopefully it doesn't notice that.
All right. Give me a. I'm gonna move a rock here so it's more flat. Give me an athletics.
Oh, God. That's an actual one.
Oh no!
I can't.
My athletics
Wow.
is 12, so 13.
That's
Okay,
how we could just
that-
solve the problem. Just
Will not do it. You
get
you
the
kind of
countries and move them.
you stumble down the little spines on it. You scrape along those. Take 3 points of bludgeoning and piercing, just 3 total. But you kind of go to grab onto it, and it's moving and such around, and kind of scales on the outside of it pinch and slide down, skinning yourself up a bit.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay, she's determined. She's gonna get on this thing.
That's
This
better.
is not a giant.
22.
22.
I'm the
You
cat
can
climber.
climb up on.
Is she trying to
you
do
have,
the
what,
red
30
missile
foot
thing
movement?
in?
All right, she's on top of it. We'll just stick Avery up here just because we can. Maybe. Yes, I can. All right, so Avery is on its back. Actually, I could probably hook her into these spines here. Yep, she's up there. All right. Avery is on its back. All right, you have a third action. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna use it to summon Azara to attack its stomach, because I'm assuming that's gonna be
Okay.
a weak spot.
All right, Azara will move over and she will attack. Rolled hit.
$29. Claw.
29 will hit.
$13
Okay.
damage.
All right.
Go, Azara, go.
That brings us to Chevy. What would you like to do?
Is it within 30 feet of me?
Yes. It's within
I'm gonna
30
do
feet.
something new.
Turn it around here.
See?
Oh.
I'm gonna cast Horizon Thunder Sphere.
All right.
How do you get?
3 action version,
Ooh.
which
I think I know what that is.
yep. Spell attack. That
It's
is
this.
a 32.
32 will hit.
That does.
Did you add the hat?
I did.
I take it there's no save on this. It's just a spell attack.
It's a
Yes.
spell attack, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Um,
So fuck you, take the
It
damage.
did crit, right? did not crit.
That is not a crit.
Okay.
No.
That's just 5d6. That's
Yes, Laura. That is where my brain was too.
23, 24. That is 25
For those of
electricity
you watching on
damage.
YouTube, she put into the comments Dune after Jinx put Worm Rider. How much damage?
25 electricity damage.
25 electricity. Oop, dropping my cards here. Throw that back over there. 25.
And that was all of
Alright.
my actions.
Oof. It's starting to look a little holy, and I don't mean in a religious way. It's got burns from acid, electricity. It's got, you can see when it was thrashing around, the burn along the top of it from where she'd hit it with the flame strike. You guys are slowly beaten on this thing. It does not, but yeah, you were right though. You guys don't see any eyes on this thing. All right, that ends your turn. That brings us to Sunshine.
First, how close am I to Irnela?
You are on the other side of the worm from her.
Damn. Okay.
Is it off guard technically?
Oh my god. Damn it, Jinx. I'm sorry. Yes, it's off guard. It's being flanked. Please tell me you sent that to Sunshine too.
Nope.
All right. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Sunshine.
Okay, I'm going to
need
cast
focus.
Radiant Beam. It is a basic reflex. Do the thing.
Basic reflex. That's kind of a high roll there. That is a 34 reflex.
What the hell? Stop that. You bad thing.
Is that that's not a critical success, correct?
You said 34?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay, so it takes half damage.
Still.
I mean, it's huge.
Irnela, you're on deck.
Half of 25. And it is
Okay, so it will take 12.
good damage.
I mean, it sounds like mediocre damage.
All damage to this thing is good damage.
Right. All right. Do you have another action?
I do.
Okay. What were you doing with that action?
Oh. I'm going to, since Irnela's on the other side of the worm, I'm going to cast Scorching Blast.
Okay.
And that's a spell attack roll.
Roll.
Roll that beautiful pain footage.
And that is... Where's my attack roll?
Right up with your DC. Top of your spells.
That is a 34.
That will hit.
36. Because
It hits better.
That will hit better, yes. I agree with that, Spawn. That hits better.
Hello. I hit you harder. Yeah.
well, I was
Okay.
hoping that it would
Hit you, hit her.
crit or something. And it's fire.
More besties.
And he's going to take 10 damage of fire.
Okay.
Is that fire on my fist throws around me and just shoots like a lightning bolt out at it.
Okay. Fiery lightning bolt. That's kind of terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
When you think about it. Irnela.
All right, well, I just picked this up in the other place, so
In the
let's
nap.
see what we can do with some alchemist fire.
Okay. All right.
So that is an attack roll.
Chucking the alchemist fire at it.
That's a 31.
All right. 31 will hit.
That is 5, 7 damage.
And that should be the 2d8 fire damage.
Yep. Plus then 2 persistent fire damage.
Okay.
And 2 fire splash damage.
Okay, so how much did you do first? The 2d8 was what?
7.
Okay.
And then 2 persistent and 2 fire. Fire splash.
Okay. All right. So part of it kind of catches a little bit as that chemical sticks to it and starts burning. All right. That's one action,
That
right?
is one action.
Or did you need an action to get the alchemist fire out?
Oh, probably. I don't know how that works.
I believe you need an action to retrieve an item.
Okay, perfect. I'll take that.
So that's 2 actions.
Perfect. Then I'll just shoot it with the last one.
Okay.
Right in the backside, it appears, is what's pointing at me.
Side of its backside, yeah, sure.
All right. Natural 1.
Oh, no.
For a 19.
Click, click, click. No.
Boom in my face.
Where is it? Here it is.
It's
You drop your gun,
Great.
actually.
Just what I needed.
All right, its turn. All right, first thing it's doing. Is going to be it's Jaws. Hang on a second. Esteban
Hello. I'm about to be crunched.
goes to bite on you.
Yeah.
That is a 43.
Yeah, crit.
Even with your shield, it's a crit.
It has a toughness of 15.
Oh, I thought it increased your AC or something.
No. It just takes some
At
damage.
least it keeps rolling lower on that. So that is. That is 52 points of piercing damage.
That's a lot.
Does
And
it drop you?
Nope.
Gets a free grab. That is a 46 versus your fortitude DC.
Hold on. Yeah, yeah. My fortitude is not anywhere near that.
Okay. All right. So that's 2 actions.
No, I'm looking fucked up, but I'm not that fucked up.
Just check it.
As a reaction, fast swallow. It bites Esteban, pulls up, and all of a sudden goes, "What the fuck?" And Esteban's feet and whole body disappear into it.
No, I'm not okay with this.
Its third action, it's moving.
Oh no.
Can you make this thing throw up?
Does scurvy make you nauseous?
Fuck. I
I
don't
was gonna,
remember
like,
being eaten.
But it's
Its third
inside out
action.
fire, but
Burrow.
Oh.
40 feet. It burrows into the wall here. You want your attack of
I
opportunity?
sure as fuck do. Does
With Avery on top.
yeah right?
Mm-hmm.
41.
Actually, that's only it bit you. It's a free action for it to grab, and then it's reaction to swallow you. It has 2 actions. 41 will
41.
hit and is a crit.
Great. I have impassable wall that says my prerequisite is attack of opportunity or reactive strike. You refuse to let foes past your guard as long as you are in this stance, which I am. When you critically hit with an attack of opportunity that triggered by a move action, you disrupt the move action.
Okay, so you've stopped it from moving. It
Yes,
still takes
indeed.
damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, roll damage.
None shall pass.
That. Yeah, 100%.
You feel this gross sliminess around you as you go down its throat.
No.
Mine rolled terrible that time.
Haha. Mine really like Esteban. Shit. There's 2 8s on his D8s.
Nice.
I mean, that's 38 right there. And so that's...
Is that including your bar?
So that's 40. So that's 80 damage from the strike. Yeah, that's 80 damage. Fuck his couch.
Several end this worm's story.
Great. So, Jesus Christ. So I take the...
Right.
I take my sword and this thing starts to like lurch like it's going to start to burrow, and I just I just take the sword right up from its mouth, right between where Esteban's legs were, and just start to split its underbelly as it starts to move.
Using its own momentum, it
Yeah.
slides
and so
along the blade.
It butterflies him open, and Esteban just flops out onto the ground like a wet alien beast.
With that amount of damage, absolutely. You split it open. Esteban and worm entrails.
Yeah.
Congratulations, it's a
splitting
boy!
onto the ground.
Yeah,
And Avery was on top of that.
As it starts to burrow in,
Now
its
inside.
jaws, as part
Sorry.
of how it burrows, goes into the wall, and you hear the snapping of the branches, and then in some dirt falls. And as it starts to go in, its head goes in about 5 feet. You see it getting in here, all those entrails falling down here, Esteban dropping down right beside you there, and its head gets in there 5 feet, 10 feet. It's still spilling guts, and as it comes up to the wall, you realize you're about to get squished between wall, dirt, and this thing, and all of a sudden it goes and drops. As you're looking right at these branches and stuff.
I'm completely covered
In
in
front of
worm
your face.
in worm guts.
So I
think we
just
all
barely
are.
avoided getting crushed to death, essentially.
Possibly, or at least
Probably.
taking a experiment in how well do you breathe plants and dirt.
I mean, I'm good with nature, but not that good, I don't think. Not on
That's
this point.
okay. I have a reactionary spell to help that. It's
So-
called air bubble.
Well, I don't know if it works with breathing dirt.
It works whenever she can't breathe. Period.
With the combat ended and you covered in guts and Esteban dropping out of this thing,
Again, congratulations.
steaming a
It's
little
a boy.
bit.
Ugh,
That's where we're gonna end for tonight.
gross.
We're gonna call it there, guys.
That was
Fuck that worm.
bullshit.
Before we do,
Where's our
can I
button?
cut
I got
off
you.
a tooth?
I don't know about you
like
guys,
the
but I
key?
didn't get hit at all.
You can maybe
so.
try next time.
Fuck you.
We'll see.
No, no,
Just laid on the ground and pretended to be dead.
I hit it with Hadouken.
Accurate.
Yeah.
It would have been worse though if we cut off right when Esteban got swallowed. Like,
yeah.
She
I
was trying.
seriously considered
She was
it.
trying.
Yeah.
I considered it.
But,
Considered it.
It's the middle of a round. I didn't want to do that. I mean,
Poor
I definitely done
Esteban.
Cue that relaxful music.
I don't think he's used to being swallowed.
Well, our home
it.
guy.
I think that's
maybe
actually
he is.
might be the largest creature you guys have
That was
actually
nuts.
come across.
I mean, we fought a dragon.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was
this
smaller.
is bigger. Yeah.
So
it is.
all I'm hearing after all that is, go to sleep and we're level 10. That's what,
Yeah,
that's what
right.
I just heard.
Yep.
Right?
Not
feel like
quite,
we
but I am
deserve it.
curious. How close to death are some of you guys? I know you're pretty close.
I'm not. I'm about halfway,
I'm about halfway.
but I'm gonna need some serious therapy.
You know what? I just want to point out also too. Sunshine's hut is still standing, even though it's been like beat up. There's no roof. Part of the front wall is pretty much gone.
Are you
If
still-
I'm not in it,
You're still in it. You're right at the doorway. You never
You never left.
stepped out.
I never moved.
Yeah, you
You're right.
Nope.
I didn't.
You
So
never-
yes,
You
it's
never
still
moved.
standing.
Her
Hey,
hut's still
breakfast
standing.
is safe.
I don't know. Oh, there's a lot of splatter going on
Breakfast,
here. We'll get
everyone?
to that next
Make a
week,
new
guys. We'll
cabin.
find out if their breakfast has
that's
been
where we just
destroyed.
sit down at the table. We're all covered in worm guts.
yep.
And
Yeah.
she's just like, breakfast?
I've eaten. Thanks.
Make a new cabin.
Oh my gosh.
Can we cook any of this worm?
Do we have a
It is an
raid,
animal.
Laura, or no?
Yeah, let's go. Holy
Yep.
crap.
I'm gonna digitize my prestidigitation.
It's just not enough.
Save it for next time. You'll have to let us know what you guys did.
Oh God.
I'm curious to find out. 'cause-
I need a
was a
bar
lot.
and a brothel, or 3.
I need an
Same.
adult.
And a brothel.
Somebody with boobs, give him a hug. He needs a breastbone of healing over here.
To our new people out there, welcome in.
Absolutely.
Where's the
Happy
angel?
to see you all.
What the hell? Oh God.
Come back and see us next Tuesday. Remember, guys, Monday, Bloodlords. Tomorrow we have Barnabas Brushes. I'm excited to see what he's painting next, guys. We'll see you
See you next time.
next week.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
And I will work to get
Bye.
another bullshit out of them.
Bullshit.
How about you've traumatized Esteban? Jeez.
Wow.
No, it's ever done to you, except, do
Hello.
all of your NPCs, all of them.
Is that the first
Alright.
time Esteban's been completely inside of something?
Oh, wow.